Yes, good evening. It's, I was going to say FA Cup semi-final day. It's definitely not FA Cup semi-final day. Must be the heat. It's Europa League semi-final day. We haven't had a Europa League stroke UEFA Cup semi-final for many years. But here we are with what could only be described as, I think, a favourable draw at this stage. You'd rather these guys than Man United or Bilbao. We're here to talk about it between now and and 8 o'clock. We'll have the team news. We'll have a look at Bodo Glimt as a team, and then we'll do a little bit after the game. And watch out, because tonight after this, I'll have a few fan cams, do a couple of videos. There's going to be myself and Lubo, myself and Perchy, and one of my own. So watch out for those. And apparently, Corey, welcome. Good evening to you, sir. Looks like what we talked about earlier, the Bergvall news. Apparently, he's not there. From all the pictures, from all the videos, we heard this morning that apparently he had an ankle injury and he might miss the rest of the season. Shouldn't be the decider, should it? We shouldn't be sitting here worried about a 19-year-old kid who's only scored one goal all season or something. This shouldn't be the big drama that people are going to make it into, should it?
No, everyone's trying to make it out to be like a shit episode of EastEnders, even though I can't stand that program. Storyline plot twist, signs a new contract 2 days later after a match. He's got an injury. Just feels Spursy, doesn't it?
It does, but it shouldn't be like. I feel like. Listen, I like Bergvall. I think he's probably been the one shining light this year in terms of signings, where I look and say, yeah, I can see something. You've got potential. Let's build. Let's grow. But I think already in WhatsApp groups I'm in messages I'm getting is people saying, oh, we can't see a way of winning without this kid. And you're like, well, we've been losing nearly every game with him in. It just feels a little bit like we're over-egging things again.
We are. The comparisons of teenage prospects between Bergvall and Yamal. It's just, there are levels to this, man. This kid needs proper coaching. He needs a decent manager to come in and actually unlock this kid's potential and make him grow. Under Ange, he's not going to do that. He's done it himself by standing out in a pretty appalling season in our midfield. And like you said, it's probably been one of our shining lights this season, considering the fact that week in, week out, apparently we got this winning mentality installed from that guy that was on your show the other day. So, winning mentality, 19 losses in the league, but yeah, we've got to put all our hopes in this Europa League.
Yeah, it's well. Listen, listen. Let's put all that to the side for a moment. This is where we are. Oh, hang on, I've sent someone the wrong link. Ignore that. Wrong link. Sorry, I've sent someone the complete wrong link. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Bear with me 1 second, people. I've completely sent the wrong link to people, which is I must have sent the right link to you, right? Because you're here. Let's send the right link. There we go. HD, that one, and then to Eugene. There we go. Boom. I knew it. I did think, hang on, that link doesn't look like the link I created. Look, let's put that to one side for a moment. We know how bad we are in the league. We know how bad the performances have been, but everything now does fall into today. Everything falls into today's game. And again, without belittling them, without discrediting how well they've done over the last few years in Europe, this should not be a game. Evening. This should not be a game where we're looking and saying, "Oh, I'm really worried." I know we're Spurs. I know we've been poor, but surely this should be a game that we're all sitting here pretty confident of getting the win, Corey.
I'm confident, but I don't want to say, yeah, we're going to go on. I want to watch this match and subjectively break it down like I do every time I watch a football match. What we've done well with, what we've done shit in the match. I want to be able to take my Spurs hat off and enjoy it as a game of football, then put my Spurs hat on after I've broken it down in my head. If you understand it in that sense, I'm a bit weird when it comes to watching footy.
Yeah, but I mean, Eugene, how are you, my man? Are you good?
Yeah, well, excited for the game, right? Long time no see, Corey. Hope they're
Yeah,
doing
man,
well.
it's been too long. Not
3 years, bro.
3 years. I catch you every now and then.
Yeah. Savva, today, right? Okay, okay. This is my opinion, right? I don't care, right? It's gonna be all positively diluted, right? It's gonna be all positive energy, guys. The semi-finals, 6 years, right, in the making. But of course, right, we are Spurs fans, right? We've got this PTSD syndrome that's, I think, deep down inside our mind. But to tell the truth, right, the feeling is like this: confused.
I want the players to go into it for their own, just like
but
not
wait,
listen to Ange and just go and play the football they know they can
guys,
play. I would love that,
yeah,
but it's not gonna
I
happen.
hope, right, these guys, right, who are on the pitch coming out today, right, show up. That's all, right? I don't care about the league. They don't show up in the league. We know that, right? They haven't showed up in the league for ages, bro. We've got 19 losses, right? We've been making trophies, right? 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I think we've been losing, sorry, up to 23, right? So,
and the best one is Savva has it, the lost by 1 goal cup. Best picture in the world.
I think you're right. I think you're right there. If we're going to be brutally honest, we've got to. Tonight isn't about the league form. We know how bad we've been in the league. This is what our season hinges on. This game and next Thursday. Now, I never turn around and say forget a league game. When we play at the weekend, I will be saying I want to beat West Ham. But tonight, we've got to get a win to take to Norway, because this is going to be very different. Going to Norway, going to play on their plastic pitch, small crowd, the Arctic Circle. This is going to be a new experience for people. So we've got to get the job done in London for me. This is the game, not the away game. This is the game for me, guys. Is that too much pressure on the team, or do you think they'll be thinking that as well?
They'll be thinking it. It's rather subjective, isn't it? You need this to happen to bring the fans together in some excitement to get it into the building. I feel like it's going to be a bit of a pressure pot as long as the fans are with us towards the Bodo guys and girls that have travelled, Welcome to our league. This is our big our stadium. Let's use our noise to intimidate. That's what the self stand was built for, based off the back of the Borussia Dortmund stadium, That self wall was meant to be our 12th and 13th and 14th man on the pitch. And it hasn't been all season. I went to the Southampton match. It was quiet as a goose. Let's just hope there's a lot of noise tonight.
Yeah, to tell the truth, this game, right? Like what you're saying, like the league games. Of course, I have my reasons for the league games. Is that I want them to show me they have got pride to fight for the badge and all that in the league. But like what Savva says is very correct, right? It's how you say now, right? Everything hinges on this game. All the fans' emotion is on it. And the thing is that I think this is all about emotions now. I think if you can play the correct emotions into the players, right, and maybe they will show up. And I know these players can show up. We've seen them show up before, right? But we've seen them not show up for so many times in the league. It gives us a scare. But today, we're going to put that all aside and think of just one thing, right? We need to get a comfortable result to bring over.
Just quickly, the team has just been announced. Would you like the team? It's a very interesting team. So the team tonight, and I'm not sure if I'm as confident now. The team tonight is so it's Vicario in goal. It's the usual back four of Porro, Romero, Van der Ven, and Udogie. A midfield of Bentancur, Basuma, and Maddison. And then the front three is Johnson, Solanke, and Richarlison. So that means
what?
Yeah, Richarlison.
Okay. We'll go into it.
Hang on, let me finish. The sub bench is Austin, Whiteman, Spence, Davis, Danso, Gray, Sarr, Kulusevski, Moore, Odebert, and Tell. So all the people that were talking about Tell, and this is the guy, we've brought him in. He doesn't even play when Sonny is out. Kulu is not in the lineup tonight. We knew Bergvall wasn't going to be in the squad. So that breaking news earlier where people were saying, oh, it's just rumours. is 100% correct. Initial thoughts on the 11 guys, initial thoughts on the team lineup?
I seem to think it could be a ground tactic. We're going to try and pass it along the floor as much as possible instead of pinging high balls. That's the only reason I can think of the front three. You're not going to get any crosses out of Richie. You can't get a crosser or man taken on by Johnson, and Solanke has scored a couple in the last couple of games. I mean, that's the only thought I can think of. For midfield, Basuma finally getting a chance because I'm his biggest advocate, because I know how well he can play if he's played correctly. Maddison, as long as he's playing in front of Basuma and Bentancur, we're actually laughing, but we know what we're going to get.
Do you, let me ask you then, Eugene, do you think this is like for like with Richarlison going to the left-hand side of a free? Or could we see something a little different here with both of them up front? I mean, I don't think he will.
Okay, yeah, all right. Yeah, okay.
What do you reckon?
I've been thinking this, right? What he's done now, right, is like this. He's going to start with the 4-3-3, right? With Richarlison on the left, okay? But if things don't work out, he could revert it back. But will Johnson play as a 4-3-1-2? Will that fix? Or how are we going to jiggle it into a 4-4-2 from there? Right?
Johnson to play behind Richie and Solanke if that's to happen, but then you're pushing Maddison out of his natural position again.
I know. But
yeah,
okay.
I mean, does he go 4-4-2 and Maddison? But I reckon this manager's a creature of habit, right? I think it is just going to be the 4-3-3 with Richarlison floating from the left. But the thing is that makes me laugh is Richarlison's game is he's a nuisance in the box. He's a big, strong guy. I just feel like, I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel. I know we're taking this in live, guys. I feel like being a YouTuber, we don't always get this. We don't get this level of comfort that people in the chat get to take it in. I'm not sure how I feel. You had the game the other day with Forest where you just saw Tellen Odeberg whipping balls in. Today, you've now got two wide men who are not wide men. You've got Johnson, who is an inside forward that doesn't beat a man and get balls in, and Richarlison, who I wouldn't expect him to. That's not his game. I'm a bit, I don't know what to say, guys. I wasn't expecting that. As a front three.
No, I just had a weird thought. Maybe we could be playing a 4-2-2-2, you know?
I don't think this manager's got that in his locker, mate. I won't worry.
It's just a weird thought. You could have the wing back bombing up and down.
I come to a conclusion, right? We're going to play 4-3-3, right? Instead of having wingers, the wingers coming on the left and right, right? We're going to have three strikers. So all of them will be in the penalty box. And as what Ange will always do, right? But Ange doesn't do that. If he done that with actual wing backs, then it might work. Let me think about it. No, I don't know.
But by the way, listen, before I introduce Dan, everyone knows Dan, but before I welcome Dan, look, it's everyone going, oh, Basuma. I think we knew Basuma was going to play. It's a semi-final. He's an experienced footballer. We knew Bergvall was out. Papa Sarr's done the square root of nothing. I don't actually have an issue with that happening in midfield. I don't know about you guys. Dan, welcome to the show. I hope you're well, mate. Oh, look, we've got bloody James Flowers here as well. Here he is.
Flower Powers here
too.
Danny, so it looks like Richarlison left of a free. Basuma's gone into centre mid. What we saying?
I mean, I don't even know the setup yet. I've just come back from, literally just got back from Wake, basically, that went to.
Oh,
and,
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's right.
Here's the team.
So,
It's Vicario, Porro, Romero. You've got it. You have or you haven't?
No, I haven't. It hasn't come up on the Skyway.
It's Vicario, Porro, Romero, Van der Ven, Adogi, Maddison, Bentancur, Basuma, with Richarlison, Solanke, Johnson. So no Tell, no Odeberg. Bergvall we knew wasn't going to be in the squad. We were told this morning that James, see, we broke the news first, didn't we, this morning? Me, you, and Corey. We broke it. We broke the news. Bergvall possibly out for the rest of the season, they reckon.
Okay.
What do you make of it, Dan?
I can't say any of it surprises me apart from like the Richarlison up front sort of thing. I mean, because you said Solanke, Richarlison, and Johnson. I'm a bit surprised that he hasn't gone for someone like Tell or Odegaard on the side. I'm not saying I'd want Tell in the side, but I'm a bit surprised that he's going with that one. Is he looking at or is he just doing a hit and hope, basically? I don't know. It's a bit. I find the fact that he's got Solanke and Richarlison on at the same time, if he ain't playing two up front, a bit strange for him.
Agreed.
Rest of the team, nothing surprises me there. It's just I think Spence should be in either left back or right back because I don't think you can play a Doji and Porro together. Not when you play the way we play. You need one of them that can actually bloody defend. Not that Spencer's been good at it just lately, but he's still significantly better than them two. So I think that's the first big mistake he's made, leaving Spence out. So he's absolutely got no one who can defend on either side of him. Johnson ain't going to come back and cover Porro's arse. Johnson can't even cover his own arse, for God's sake. And Richarlison, he probably can't even make it halfway down the pitch without snapping his left leg. So we're absolutely screwed on the wings. So in the middle is where it looks like it's going to have to come from. So, but what we're going to do with that, I just don't see much strength in that team, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, James, let me come to you. I mean, and by the way, I'm going to put myself there, and that's not in any way a vain thing. It's so that I can point at the thingies. Otherwise, I'm just pointing at someone's heads, just so you know. That's why I do it.
That's a good idea.
James, look, it's a strange one, right? Because normally most games we'll sit here and we can depict the other team, can't we? We can say, oh, well, you needed Spence because he covers this player. And, Basuma should have played or shouldn't have played because they're centre mid. But other than the three main players they've got out are the ones that I know, I don't really know if we can go too deep into this because I don't really know their players per se. I don't know if anyone else does or if they're just pretending they do. But it's strange, isn't it, at this stage of a European competition to not really know what we're up against.
Yeah. I don't think. Yeah, I don't know any of their players, even the good ones you were saying about. I'm not going to lie to you and say I've watched them. I haven't. I've seen highlights of them going through, and that is it, to be honest. But on the actual team selection, I quite like it. Other than Johnson, I quite like it. I think we could see the best.
What do you like about it? Tell us what you like about it. I'm not saying you're wrong, but what do you like about it?
I said earlier, didn't I, about Basuma and Bentancur together. I think he could release Basuma if he's going to play the number 8 and Bentancur the number 6. So it could be massive for Basuma. And Richarlison was always better on the left for Everton. They played their striker and then him off the left. I think when he come back from injury, didn't he get a couple of assists and then straight away got injured again off the left? So I don't dislike it. He probably got more assists on the left than Tell has, and maybe not far off of Son. Probably 4 or 5 off of Son this season. So it's not like I don't know. I quite like it. The only one I don't like is Johnson.
I'm with James there, right? I quite like it too. You know why? Because this lineup, the front three, right, might give us a bit of adaptability. He needs to change, but that I'm saying if he will change, you guys, but like this game, right, it's a do or die for him. He has to adapt if he doesn't get the results that he wants, all right? And with Richarlison there, because Richarlison has played on the left before, guys, don't forget, right, when he was in his Everton days, if I'm not mistaken, he used to play on the wings. If I'm not mistaken, right? So
yeah, I mean
that could be the the trump card that we need, and then of course this, right, confuse the shit out of Bodo Glimt.
I wouldn't go.
Yeah, I mean, look, what we do know about Bodo Glimt is we do know that they like to play. Okay, so I've seen them enough over the last couple of years to know that they do like to get the ball down. They do like to play. However, they have got a lot of players missing. And I'm guessing from them, if we take our Spurs hats off for one moment, I'm guessing that they'd be quite happy to take this back without without too big a defeat. I mean, I'm guessing if someone said to them, you're going to go back to Norway 2-1 down, for example, I'm guessing they'd take it, right? Because they know they're not good on the road. They know they're good in their own backyard. So with that in mind, Dan, do you expect to see a Bodo that frustrate Tottenham? And with that in mind, the wide players that we've got in this game tonight, they aren't your typical get the ball, bamboozle your fullback and get loads of crosses in. They're more forward,
inside forward
out wide, right?
Yeah, more like an inside forward sort of thing. Like you blatantly know why Johnson on there. He's our top goal scorer this season, whether you like him or not. If it weren't for him, we'd be in relegation. He scored 16 goals. Like him or lump him. Can't stand the player. You know what I think of him. I think he's utterly useless apart from anything but that. But it's also, I don't care how you score the goal as long as you score a bloody goal. Same as I don't care how you play as long as you bloody win. It's just the whole system with this. It's hitting hope all the way for us, yeah? Mm-hmm. With them, I personally think if their manager's got half a Scooby-Doo, which you only need half a brain cell to play against Spurs anyway, as far as I'm concerned, again, opinion, he's going to shut up shop. He's going to give us, he's just going to get annoying there because we can't, we even struggle to break down Coventry, for God's sake, and other teams and that we should technically be doing. We don't break teams in, we don't break them down, basically, even though we are this attacking force of kicking the ball forward non-stop, so Ange says. And we can't do it. And I think they are just gonna shut up shop, be a bit rough and ragged out on the pitch, knock us about, nothing skillful. When in doubt, kick it out, stick to the basics, and then hope that they get the chance where they see Porro, Udogie, Van der Ven, and Romero sitting in their half of the pitch and toe punt it up the other end of the pitch down one either middle, left, or right, and catch us off on there. That is how I think they're going to go for it tonight. Because when it goes back to their ground, if you actually read out their stats, I mean, I'm sure you've got them, but I've read them up on here. They've actually done some good teams at home. Porto, Roma, they've done Lazio, AZ. Yeah. They've done some respectable teams there, basically.
Could it be like...
Okay, but okay, why do we think that we're going to expect them to sit back, right? But what if they do come at us? That could confuse us a bit. But okay, now, guys, what I see now, right, the front line is untested. We've never seen this combination before. None of us have seen this combination before, right, by Ange. So, like what Dan says is correct. It's hit and run time, right? He's testing this out, whether it works or not. And with, I think, Richie out there, it gives him a bit of flexibility to change the formation for the front line. Maybe he could sit back, become a 4-4-2 or a 4-3-1-2, or, you know. But the thing is that now is the time is that we're going to see whether he can do that or not. If they sit back, what we do always is horseshoe, pass back, horseshoe, pass back, and then we cross the ball knee high. We see that the whole season, right? But
it could be a master. It could have only taken him 2 years to work out how to sort of to actually mix up the team. But it could almost be as well. Richarlison could be left wing, but almost told to play inside, allowing Udogie to run on the outside. Maybe it could kind of sort of drift into a 2 up front with Udogie overlapping.
I was about to say an overlap could be possible with that on the left side,
especially with it could almost be like a 4-2-2-2, couldn't it? And then have the fullbacks wide.
You said that earlier.
I said that. Me and James think alike. This is a bit scary now.
Tell me, how is this going to be a 4-2-2-2, right? The back four we know, okay.
Yeah, the two could be Basuma and Bentancur, and then Maddison and Johnson sort of maybe, or Johnson and Solanke up top. I don't know until you sort of see it. I mean, I think this is overthinking. I think we're overthinking it.
Like that, does it.
No, exactly. I think we're overthinking it.
Let's be fair. Whatever 11 we've seen this year, we play in a 4-3-3, don't we? Like it's. I know we had that 20 minutes at Everton where all the reports are that he told them like about an hour before kickoff that they were going to play a sort of weird three at the back. But look, I think the only thing I can think of is that, you know, he saw how dangerous we were against Forest with crosses from Pedro Porro. I would expect we're going to see a lot of Porro crosses coming in, and the aim will be to get Richarlison and Solanke both attacking them. That's the only thing I can see. But if that's the stage we've got to as a club where that's our route to go, it doesn't say a lot for the 2 years of on the training ground, does it? But
Handball.
Basically,
but also playing devil's advocate, it could also be he doesn't feel like the attacking midfields are good enough, so he's playing to his strengths with two good people in the air.
Sure, my worry is the same as anything. My worry is that you've got James Maddison as a playmaker, and I don't want him to just be bypassed because we're just whipping balls in. That's my only worry. But listen, I'm intrigued. I know a lot of people are going, oh my God, this 11. Let's be brutally honest. I don't ever look at an 11 with Tell or Odeber and go, yes. So I can't, do you know what I mean? So I can't sit here and go, oh my God, Tell isn't playing. I don't think Tell does anything anyway. So it could be a masterstroke, guys. It could be a masterstroke and we win 4-0, a brace from Solanke and from Richarlison, get all headers, and we go, well done, right? So,
And in.
No, I'll never say that.
But it does seem strange. We've not seen this front three. I'm gonna say in the entire time he's been as manager, I don't think we've seen this front three, right?
No, never.
No.
I
agree as well. And there's a couple of ways he can actually play this. Yeah, I mean, Richarlison, I would say his strongest point is actually in the air.
Yeah.
Solanke, the header he gave the other day, but then you made some fair points when we debated it before and whatever. It's not where he scored the majority of his goals, but he's shown he's good in the air. He can get a good header in there. Is he actually going to use his brain cells for once, this manager, if he's got any sort of football knowledge, and just say, do you know what, Porro, keep on overlapping, getting up there, cross it in.
You know what I would want to see, though, really,
on the back, that maybe Solanke gets the header in or Richarlison gets the header in. Because from the other side of it, where I see a problem now for Johnson, is Richarlison can't pass come love nor money. Yeah? And what is he hoping for? Someone like Richarlison getting up on the left and just driving the ball in as hard as he can and then just hoping that Johnson...
Luke.
Hey! Say hello.
Hang on,
Benjamin!
I'll have to go to Lubo for a minute, guys, because otherwise I won't be able to hear anyone.
Go on, can you hear me?
Lubo, what are you making of the team?
Fantastic.
What the team?
Amazing. Just wonderful. We've got our star man back, Basuma.
I knew that would be your issue. What do you make of Richarlison up top with Johnson and Solanke?
Interesting. I wouldn't have played Johnson. I'd have played Odegaard. But I can see the value of playing Richarlison because he's scoring goals. He's good in the air. So I would expect him. Go on.
No, go on.
I would expect Richard to play because Solanke drops deep to try and link. So it'd be interesting to see what the team might expect.
Oh, we've lost you. We've lost it. We've lost him.
You know what?
Oh, God,
For me on that one,
if this manager was really going to experiment,
I think he was filming. What was he filming on a Nokia 3210?
Don't diss the Nokias. You can throw them off a building and still work.
Yeah, and the one thing the Nokias always were good for is work. When it comes down to it,
And battery life.
If we're going to go in for the headers and stuff like that, I think he would have then probably been better off playing Kulusevski on the right, who can get it onto his left foot and swing across in there. He can cross better than bloody Johnson. You can't do it come love nor money. And I think you'd see more chance of, I don't know, either Richarlison on the far post or Solanke in the middle getting a header, if that is what the manager is looking at. But again, I don't think none of us actually know any idea what the manager is actually trying to achieve here, or like how he wants to play. Because
I think we're looking too much into it, Dan. I reckon it's just purely Richie on the left for whoever normally plays there, and I reckon he's just asked him to do a job there and then get in the box and try and get on the end of headers. I don't think there's going to be any great tactical switch. I just don't see this manager doing that.
No,
That's
we're
just
clutching
me.
at straws, basically.
You
We're clutching
know
at
what?
straws and hoping. That is what we're doing, because we know
what would
usually
be-
he can't do jack.
Yeah, true. You know what would be really like something different from this manager? If he put Porro where Johnson is and put Spence behind Porro and put Johnson out on the left for this match. And then Porro could just attack, swing crosses in with Spence in behind defending. Make it easier instead of hoping that Porro has an inkling to get back and us go, ooh, the ball over the top again. That's what I've been wanting to say for 2 years about Porro with under this manager. Put him on the right attacking midfield or right winger, because obviously the kid can pass it into the box. He can cross it. He can kind of take a man on better than Johnson.
Yeah, can we be honest? I mean, Barry,
I could take on Johnson. I'm 40 and fat.
You know,
Barry, let me come to you. I mean, we've been asking, I say we, fans have been asking for Porro to go at right wing all season. It's not going to happen, is it? I don't know why we keep asking for it. He's never going to do it. There's no, I don't think there's a need for it, as long as Porro can get into those positions just in the inside right to get crosses in. What do you make of it all?
Yeah, look, I think we've been saying this for a long time. I mean, not to mention Emerson Royale, but the perfect position on that right hand side was Emerson at right back and Porro at right wing. And but look, I don't know. The thing that Ange always does, and Iggy said it earlier, is he keeps on surprising us. Like you got Tell, you got Odebear. I mean, argue. All right, not for the better. Iggy says not for the better. But you got Tell, you got Odebear, you got more.
Who is it?
Iggy.
Oh, we're not allowed to see his face. Is he too cool for our channel? Oh, here we go. Here he is.
It's not that. I only work with professionals, and tonight I'm having to work with him. So, so look, you got Tell, you got Odebear, you've got Moore, you've got Kulusevski, but he goes and sticks with Richarlison on the left wing. I mean, make it make sense. I don't know.
But it goes to show you the value of Tell, doesn't it? When Richarlison's left wing and Tell's been dropped.
Yeah, you just hit the nail on the head there, James. Basically, and I think Barry, I think you're 100% right as well, mate. I think a lot of us are now just clutching at straws, hoping that he's actually got a game plan, and that when he probably hasn't even got a game plan, and he's just told to go on there and play bloody Angeball.
What happened? Yeah, because what happens if what happens if one or both get injured? We've got no strikers on the bench to come on, have we? Or Tell,
No,
I guess, but he's rubbish through the middle of what we've seen so far. So maybe that's the plan. Maybe that's the plan. Tell to come on for Solanke and run through that middle of.
Your only hope we've really got there of, I won't even say striker, but someone you could probably use as a striker in a game like this is probably Kulusevski.
Yeah,
that's the closest. I'm not saying he is a striker.
Yeah, because he did, didn't he, Dan? In pre-season, he played in that.
Yeah,
you know, we didn't have a striker, and he played in that position, didn't he?
I think in a game like this sort of thing, you know, I mean, this is again all clutching at straws. We know this isn't going to happen, yeah. But this is again just having a little bit of football knowledge, not being a bloody manager, but put someone like Kulusevski in the middle and actually use him as a target man to play his back to goal, get the ball, hold the ball, knock it left or right. For Richarlison using or Johnson using a bit of space to try and tap it in. Again, clutching at straws, just an idea of what a manager who had different ideas about football could do. But again, it's not going to happen, is it?
No,
I think down the wings, we are in big trouble because we have got no cover for our wing backs whatsoever. Not in Johnson and Richarlison there.
Let me tell you. So this is what Angepostecoglou said about Bergvall. He said, unfortunately for Lucas, he picked up an injury in training yesterday. He tweaked his ankle and unfortunately misses out tonight. Disappointing for him because he's been outstanding this year and he's hugely disappointed with that. And unfortunately, he misses out. So he hasn't really given any kind of time frame. I want to talk about him in 2 seconds. Before we do, there's nearly 700 people in here and only 94 likes. Guys, we should be at 400 likes. Can we smash that button, please? And tonight so far, we've only had 2 new subscribers. 2. There's nearly 700 of you in here. Smash that button, please. Also, Notorious PIG, I'm going to give you your first warning. No one said anything negative at all. Everyone's just talking tactics, saying what they think might happen. If you're going to come in here and do this, go back to the channel you normally watch. I see you, mate. I know which channel you normally watch. So please go back there if you're going to just stir things up. No one's being negative. Guys, I want to ask you, look, we touched on it at the beginning. Bergvall. I'm already, as I said, I'm already seeing a lot of WhatsApps coming into me going, oh my God, we can't win without Bergvall. And I think it's a bit dramatic, isn't it? I mean, we're not playing Man City in their peak. This isn't Liverpool. You know, we're not playing Inter Milan or Barcelona of last night. And this is a guy that doesn't score and doesn't assist goals from midfield. So are we, is it just, the young kid's injured, we move on? Or is it a great big deal?
No, I think it's the fact that there's probably only two players that can walk off that pitch at the end of the season with any sort of pride behind them, and it is Bergvall and Johnson. And the only reason I say Johnson is because he scored 16, and so he can walk off with that little bit of pride that he done that. But Bergvall, for me, has been about the only positive real thing I've seen about this team. But the issue I have with Bergvall is the way so many people big him up. And don't get me wrong, I think if you get this fellow under the right coach, I think we got a bloody good player there.
Agreed.
A lot of potential.
Yeah.
And it's not a dig at nothing. He shows significantly more potential than Archie Gray. Yeah. And the thing that frustrates me with him is I know he gets bigged up like Archie Gray did when he played the centre back, because he's not getting judged at the same level because he's only a kid or whatever. And Bergvall has done well, but when it's always come to the final third, by 1 or 2 games, he never delivers. You don't get the shot, you don't get the pass, you don't get nothing. He'll do the first bit, the second bit, and even get around his man, take his man on, but nothing at the end of it. And that is what I found agitating about him this season. But he's definitely making progress, that's for sure. And like I said, I think under a decent coach, we got a very good player there. Very good player there with potential.
Do you know the funny thing, Dan? And say the funny thing is, so Basuma playing in today should be the 8. I will be really pissed off if Basuma is the 6 and Bentancur's the 8, right? For me,
don't go there.
Watch how many times Basuma does what Bergvall does. Just and hear me out, guys. Watch how many times Basuma does what Bergvall does in terms of sidestepping and driving past his player, and no one mentions it because it's Basuma. You watched it. I'm telling you, he does it. Right. And if he gives the ball away, people go, Basuma. When it's Bergvall, people go, God, he was brilliant there. And that's why I don't think it's as big a loss. I think Basuma is better than a lot of people give him credit for, but not as the number 6. He is not a number 6. Get him in the number 8. I think he could have a good game.
Savva, I'm 100% with you. Let me just say this bit and let yours. I'm 100% with you, and I've been saying this since day one. Yeah, Basuma was not the most wanted player outside the top 4 in the Premier League for no reason. Yeah. Since he's come to Spurs, he's fallen to crap. Okay, Conte didn't like him either. His attitude doesn't seem to help him. Like his mentality with it don't seem to help him. Yeah, but Basuma, 90% of the time, okay, random number, but I'm going to go 90% of the time when everybody screams at him because he has made a complete and utter dickhead mistake. Where has he done it? In a defensive manner. It's always been when it's had to defend. He's not a defender. He never was a defender. Okay, he covered DM once or twice for Brighton. When you used to see him as Brighton, box to box, he would sit just below that goal line. I can't remember his name. The man behind him would get the ball, the DM, straight to him.
It'd be Sasado to Basuma off to McAllister every time.
And then he would charge forward, take on a man or two, and then it was one of 3 direct balls. Left, centre, right. And then he'd get back again. And he'd do it again and again and again. I think he's a very underrated player, but he's done himself no bloody favours to the point where if he does go, yeah, so what? It's just another player for me that you can put on the same sort of level as Porro and other players that have been made look like absolute crap this year purely by the manager's crap tactics. You keep playing players out of position, you will not see the best of them. He is not a defender. Bentancur has played as a DM, did play as a DM, and he can blatantly defend better than Basuma, that's for sure. And I'm agreeing with everything you're saying, Savva. There's a few players we've got there, like Porro, who gets a lot of stick. But actually go and play him the right way, we've got a good player there. but we don't. And it wouldn't surprise me if he did play the 6 and try playing Bentancur as the 8. It's just what Ange does, isn't it?
Anyone else worried about Bergvall?
No, the thing is, right, Bergvall is a young kid, right?
Yeah.
He's got the potential, right? He's raw, okay? And what we have now is old head on the pitch now. My only concern with Bissouma is very simple. I want him to cut out all the mistakes that he's been doing the whole season. That's all, right? If these guys focus, if these guys focus and put out their best and try not to do stupid things, right, then maybe they will look much better. But at the moment, that's the fear that we all have, right?
Yeah, but if you're playing him in a DM and he's not a DM and you're making him make rash decisions in the defensive style, where are all these mistakes?
No,
Bissouma's strength is getting that ball and driving it 15, 20 feet.
Yes.
Looking for a ball left, right, or centre. He is not one of these turn your back, defend kind of guys. I can vouch for this because as much as I am a Spurs fan, I was given quite a lot of free tickets to go and watch Brighton play with my aunt.
I understand, guys.
Bissouma's main strength is that halfway line to the edge of the D on the opponent's box. And that's where he'll sit in that 15, 20 yards. That's where he likes to play.
It doesn't matter where Bissouma plays at the moment. Just as long as he doesn't give the ball away, make stupid mistakes.
No, that's not true. Sorry, Eugene.
Every player's been doing it. Every player's been doing it this year, giving it away, stupid mistakes. This is why we're 17th and 19 losses.
That's why we're all in this position. Yes, sir.
I don't think that's fair. I think when we look at it, right, it feels like when Bissouma gives the ball away, a big deal is made of it.
Yeah.
Whenever Kulu gives the ball away, it's an excuse. Whenever Bentancur does, it's an excuse. When Bergvall does, it's an excuse. This system for me, unfortunately, means everyone gives the ball away because they're trying to play 100 miles per hour. It's erratic. And if you do anything, like you think what your day job is, right? If I look at Barry and Iggy, and believe it or not, they're employed. 2 people employ these 2. Look at them, right? If they do their normal day job, right, at 100 miles per hour, right? On a serious note, guys, if you tried to do your normal day job but did it in fast forward, everything, you're going to make mistakes. Your paperwork isn't as good. Your phone calls aren't as good. Whatever it is that you do isn't as good. And this is the difference for me at Spurs this season. With the way we play, players are going to make mistakes after mistakes after mistakes because you're asking too much from them too soon. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, 100%. But Savva, Iggy's just said something that you're going to be upset about. You know, Ange is going to play Biss in the 6 and Bentancur in the 8, just to wind you up. I think that's what's going to happen.
It doesn't upset me. I expect it of him. It doesn't upset
that's exactly what's going to happen. He's going to play the 6, and I don't think Bissouma will be given. I don't understand. Look, I'm not that much of a big fan of Sarr either, to be fair. But
agreed.
If you think you're going to have Bergvall, a box-to-box player, then surely Sarr for that role will probably be better suited than Bissouma, who's come out of nowhere. Richarlison out of nowhere, the biggest game of the season. It just doesn't make sense. Why not play Odegaard? You need to go at those teams. It sounds like we're playing players that kind of going to contain it a little bit. And Johnson, Richarlison, and Solanke as a forward 3, I just don't see where the chemistry is going to come from between them. I don't see who's going to take on the player.
Iggy, don't you think that the 2 players he's brought in today, if we're going to look at Bissouma and Richarlison, both powerful athletes, it's almost like he's gone for, forget all of this flair, forget all of this youth project. It's like he's gone for the bigger, stronger, more physical lads today. Would that be fair to say?
Maybe so, but I'm looking at the duels. I'm looking at the one-on-ones. I'm looking at who's going to take the player to give you the numerical advantages in those situations. If Richarlison's going to take on their fullback, is Johnson going to take on his fullback? You want to create numerical advantages in those situations, and I wanted to see a little bit more of a box-to-box player, at least one of them in midfield, without Bergvall being there. Sarr probably would have been, or maybe throw Kulusevski in from the start instead of Richarlison. Just to give you something a bit more different. I don't know, man. The only thinking I can think behind it is that he wants to have something to bring on in that second half to really up the ante, and he's giving himself 2 or 3 solutions to do so. But in the meantime, I don't want to wait till like the 60th minute. We want to get them straight away because the advantage for us has to be here at home tonight and not in the next game. 4-4-2. I don't see Maddison playing on the left-hand side. He mentioned that earlier, actually. He goes, could this be a 4-4-2? I mean, not only bringing two players out of the darkness, but playing a different formation as well on the biggest game of tonight. You can't put anything past Ange tonight. But, I'll be surprised if we change formation as well as the two guys coming in. So, look, I don't want to go in too much because I want to see it. And if it pans out, man, we'll all be standing and saying, you know what? Fair play, the manager knows best.
I mean, okay, let me ask some of you guys then. People who are saying, "Oh my God, not Basuma." Who did people realistically want in there then? Like, I feel like we do this when we don't really have anyone. Who did people want? Who did you want?
I would have rather Basuma played against Liverpool.
Yeah, I mean,
he should, at least it wouldn't have done him no bloody harm or whatever and that. And I don't think he'd have got as absolutely pants down as Archie Gray did, the poor kid. I mean, what Ange did there to him was criminal. He should have a social worker on his door for that. That was terrible. But
here he is.
You bring Archie Gray in it.
Yeah, you mentioned Archie Gray, and here comes Lubo. Music, Lubo.
Just come on. Is that Emerson Royal I can see there?
Knew him, Savva, the copyright music.
It's so loud, Lubo, I can't hear.
About time we had a decent atmosphere here.
About time we had a decent atmosphere, Lubo, yeah?
Yeah. Let's hope the boys turn up tonight. Going to get a good performance from Basuma. Go on.
Give me a score prediction and then go away because it's really noisy. Give me a score prediction.
Yeah, we agree.
Yeah. Massively overpaid for Archie. Well said.
Let's hope the Spurs tifo does something a little bit more than Arsenal did the other night.
Yeah.
it's going to be the longer that this game goes on, the harder it's going to get for us. Because, like I said, I think they're going to shut up shop and just try and take everything we got and catch us on a counter like any other team basically does. And the longer this game goes on, the more and more you're going to see our players start panicking and our manager, because we still know we got to go to their ground, and we still know we're shit. We're shit at home.
Guys,
and we're shit
sorry to break in, right? I'm just going to say this, right? I'm excited, right? Tonight will be one night that hopefully that will be, something that will make us all very happy, like what the Frankfurt game did for us, right? And big up to Corey Boy, Barry, Iggy, Savva, and of course Dan, right? And of course Lubo, right? And of course James, who was in here earlier. I'm gonna go and do my positively deluded watch along, right? Guys, if you want to watch a totally positively deluded watch along, join me, right? We'll cheer everything, even the mistakes. All right, guys, don't forget, smash the like, right? Subscribe
Nice to see you again, Eugene.
Right, nice to
See
see you,
Eugene. Take care.
Bye-bye. I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye.
I'll tell you what I always love is when you bring people onto your show and then they try and take the people watching your show to go with them. I think that's brilliant. That's great advertising that. And here's Lubo again.
Shamelessly plugging my channel. But yeah. Okay, guys. Take care.
Take care, mate.
All right, thanks, Savva.
Take care, man. Guys, on a serious note, let me get some score predictions from people. We've seen the team now. I'm guessing no one can go into too much detail about their players, which makes it different to a normal watch along. But what are we expecting at home? Are we all very positive now? We've seen the team. Should we be putting these lot to the sword?
You've used that word against Savva that we use at Spurs way too much now. Should. There's no should about it. We should be out there confident we're going to do this lot. We know anything can happen in football. But it's always, like I said, always like even with the bloody Southampton game. Well, we should do them. We should be doing this. Yeah, we've got that attitude of should. Realistically, we should be doing these 2-3-0 at home, in my opinion. But we've got Ange as a manager. you almost know what's around the corner unless
Yeah.
something
Iggy,
madness
Iggy said it
happens,
earlier,
whatever.
Dan. He
And
said
the longer it goes on, the longer this game goes on, people are going to start sweating big time, especially the players, because we got no bloody leaders on that pitch, hardly any players with any bottle on that pitch, let alone having a leader on the sideline. So if we get a goal, I think we've got to do it in the first 20 minutes. Otherwise, it's going to get very, very hard mentally on the players.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Iggy
think
was
I'll
saying
do
that.
that.
Iggy was saying this earlier. He don't worry about the opposition. He worries about us.
Yeah, exactly that.
Well,
We should
There's a
be.
lot-
We should win 3-0.
Yeah.
Realistically, we should. But this is Spurs.
Yeah, this is the same person that's got his booked his tickets for Bilbao already.
No, I haven't. No. There's no tickets.
Yeah,
There's
you
no-
Prove it,
there's
Barry.
fans.
Show us
There's
the
fans in
emails.
place.
Tell them the
There's
truth.
fans
Show
in
us the
place.
emails, Barry.
He's not. No, he's already set. He's gone.
Barry,
Tell them the
have
truth,
you, yes or no, live on camera, have you booked flights and hotels in Bilbao?
No.
Bullshit.
Barry,
Driving. Bill P
Okay.
is driving.
have you booked hotels in Bilbao?
No, I cancelled my hotels after the
He's gonna
Liverpool
sleep in
game.
a
I was
tent.
angry. I've cancelled it. I'll show you the email, Iggy. Don't try and make it. Don't try and do this. Yeah. You see, Iggy's away from Sophie for one night. Look at him. He's he's causing trouble.
I love it. I love it. All right, look, let me get some scorelines then. I didn't get one. Let me start with Barry. Barry and his lies and plane fares and hotels that he's got booked.
Nice.
Never said you were
Wow.
Backing into
3-0
Barry's
Spurs.
email.
I'm sat in sim seat. I'm going all delusional. Ange in, Spurs in. We're going to Bilbao. Come on then.
3-0, you said, yeah?
You know what I'm going to say, Savva? Support the team all.
So was that 3-0 Spurs?
3-0 Spurs.
Okay, Iggy?
2-1. Spurs, obviously.
Spurs. All right, just checking. Don't know. Thought you might have gone full Stell on us. Do you know what I mean? Thought you might have gone Stell. All right, so 3-0, 2-1. Corey, what's the score going to be?
I want to say 3-0, 3-1. We can't seem to keep a clean sheet, so someone always manages to bag a goal against us. So as long as we take a 2 to 3 goal cushion away from home and then soak it up in the next time, stink it out, then yeah.
Okay, so is that 3-0 or 3-1?
3-1.
3-1. Danny?
I mean, there's two sides to me. Same as I think there is with everybody. There's your heart and your head, isn't there? And there's my heart telling me that we can go out there and do this 3-1 relatively easily if we put it into it. But then there's my head saying, honestly, I think tonight's going to end up a 1-1. I think we're going to end up at their stadium, and then the shit's going to hit the fan. So
We'll
1-1.
talk about that in 1 second. So what score are you going with? What was your final
1-0.
score? 1-0.
1-0.
Okay, I'm going with, I think Spurs will win 3-1. Again, I think we will score
I
goals.
hope you're right. I pray you're right.
I just, my question's going to be to you guys. What do you think the score needs to be for it to be a non-Spursy event in the second leg? I.e., we know at their ground it's going to be very, very difficult. It's plastic pitch, absolutely freezing cold, 8,500 fans. I feel like we need a minimum of a 2-goal lead. I don't think going there with a 1-goal lead, I think that won't be enough. That's only my opinion. I think
agree.
we're going to win 3-1. Does anyone else?
I think it needs to be 3 goals. I genuinely think it needs to be 3 goals.
I agree.
I think two is it's like the 2-0 scoreline, right? It's dodgy. It's dodgy, and it's certainly dodgy for us because we know they're going to come at us. We're going to come at us early doors in that second leg, and you saw how we played against Tamworth, and Tamworth had how many chances, and you saw how Bodo played against Lazio, and Lazio should have lost that game probably by 2, 3, 4 goals more in that home leg that Bodo played. So,
you know what you said there, Barry? I totally agree with you. Yeah, if I just understood what you said, I might have misunderstood you. Sometimes I personally think going into a second half or whatever with a 2-0 lead is worse than going in there with a 1-0 lead. Because usually with a 1-0 lead, people still sort of keep their head screwed on. It's usually a 2-0 lead. I find teams all of a sudden they concede that goal because they're already out with 2-0, and then all of a sudden the momentum's on the other side and it goes from there. if I've just taken in what you said. Sometimes I think a 2-0 lead can be worse than a 1-0 lead, even though you've got the more goals. It's more on the mental side I'm looking at it there. Maybe, but I agree with what you're saying. We need to go up there with at least minimum two goals, at least. Because again, these players are not mentally strong. They've shown it in one game basically, where they managed to hold back for their lives. One game. Well, I'm sorry, or one half. Like I said, I just pray you're all right and we go up there and get at least a 2-goal lead. Because if we go up there and we've say got 1 goal, okay, 1 goal up's 1 goal, and then they go and smash it in the first 10 minutes, we are gonna absolutely implode. And that is what we have done all season.
Well, we've done it in 2 years under Ange. It's the same repeated thing, isn't it? Oh, I was waiting for someone else to jump on the back.
Oh, no.
No, I thought you were carrying on.
I said that. I was waiting for someone to jump on the back of that and then continue the
Let
conversation.
me let you know how football YouTube works. If you only give me 6 or 7 word answers, it doesn't do a lot for the viewers that are watching. What? Same thing every year. What did you mean by that?
It's literally been the same shit for 2 seasons under Ange. We've either sneakily won by a goal, lost by a goal, and fans are jumping on the bandwagon of players that are all right, maybe okay. When I'm putting levels between Bergvall needs proper coaching compared to that to someone like Yamal who's already got 100 appearances for Barca and is proving it. With Ange, I've got absolutely no faith in anything tactically that he does. I still think at Frankfurt, the players went into it for themselves and didn't bother listening to what Ange was saying. That's just my opinion on that one. I mean, 19 losses in the league. We've had 1 win in 8, and that's Southampton. Come on.
Yeah, but Corey, today we forget all of it. We forget all of that today. Today is about the next 90 minutes. It's not about 19 defeats. It's not about this, that, and the other.
It's about a full-on delusion.
Yes.
Right. But what?
Yes.
Guys, look.
I must have broken my rose-tinted glasses because...
Just to put a positive spin on it, right? It's been 6 years since we've been on the semi-final of the European...
6 years today.
European trophy. 6 years. So as bad as it's been, and for the critics and for the rightly so by Ayad, that's been this. We've got to try and save you and enjoy it. And I don't think we'll get another better opportunity. If you're telling me you'll be in a semi-final of a European trophy against Bodo Glimt, are you joking me? We won't get a better opportunity to make a final.
Great.
And that's for the next 90 minutes, 180 minutes, we've got to try and put everything that's happened in the league this year to the side for now, because that still needs to be, you can't say forget about it, just for now, put it to one side and say, what? Let's make this final, man. Whatever happens.
Well, look,
Rob, I've tolerated your messages for so many months. I don't find you funny. If you keep doing this, you will be gone. I'm so bored of this. I'm so bored of absolute cunts like you. There you go. I said it.
Savva's choosing violence.
No, I'm choosing. Do you know why I'm choosing violence? I'm so bored of how so many grown-ups can't just come on and be normal. Like, this notion that don't want Spurs to win. Just fuck off, you cunt.
Do you know what, Savva? Do you know what? Do you know what it is? It's done. Do you know what? It's ever since Perchie's not been on with you and agreed with you. That's when you've been all grumpy.
You do all the banter. I'm so bored. Like, I'm on streams earlier, right? I'm on a stream earlier with Never a Foul, and I'm saying, I think Spurs, sorry, Never a Foul, with Football's 12-man podcast. People going, what do you think? I said, I think we'll win 3-1. Oh, bit arrogant. Oh, hang on. If I'd come on here and said we're going to lose 3-1, you're calling me a shit fan. Like, well, I don't know what. I predict a 3-1 win. Oh, are you sure you want us to win? What do you mean? I've got no time for these CUNTs. I'm done.
Savva, put it a different way, mate. Just put it a different way. If you want to put it like that, why the hell do you even give a shit what the other fellas think? If your opinion is your opinion, that is that, and nobody else can. But
I just wanted to. I've just blocked that guy. I've just had enough of him over too many months. I've tolerated him.
Fair enough.
Games like tonight, Iggy's right. Games like tonight, we shouldn't be worried about the 19 defeats. We'll worry about that after tonight, right? Yeah. That's not going anywhere. But if for one night we can't all get on the same page, if for one night, if we win tonight, we're still going to have people making videos about others because they don't like the league format. Our fan base is clapped. So sorry, apologies to everyone else other than the CUNT who I got rid of. I don't apologize to him. I apologize to you lot for the swear word. As we were, what time are you boys actually starting a watch along?
We're in 5 minutes, so we better go because Iggy's got some beers in. We're gonna sit here. We've got not only have we got the Spurs game on, we got the United Bilbao game on as well. So it's like we're Sky Sports tonight. So if you want to come over and watch us and come away from Savva's watch along as well, we'll be on We Are Tottenham TV as well. So
anyway, see you later, guys. I'm choosing violence with these two.
Laptop on your phone, your TV,
laptop, phone, TV. You can watch us all. You can watch us all. I'm only joking.
See you later, guys. Have a good one.
Yeah.
Enjoy the
Good
game.
night,
See you guys.
gentlemen.
Take care. Yeah, sorry, guys. Nah, just some people just piss me off. By the way, I've seen that guy in multiple channels slagging me off. So me calling him that was not because of that one comment. I've just had enough. I've just had enough. We're all adults. We're all adults. Why can't we just agree that no matter our opinion, we all want Spurs to win? It's just so worrying. Guys, the interesting thing, as I said, is normally we can sit here and pick apart the players for the opposition. And we can say, like with Frankfurt, we know who the danger man is. We know what's going on. It's so weird that we can't with this. And does that make it an easier game to watch or a more difficult game to watch, guys? Like knowing that we don't really know. I know that Berg is their. I know that Berg is their best player, but we know he's suspended. We know that Helmanson, the forward, is suspended. Don't really know the others.
Helmanson, top scorer in the competition as well, so that's a bonus for us in that sense. Yeah. I have done a lot of reading into Bodo's rise in the last few years. They were literally down and out. They got relegated twice from the top division. They've built up over a few after one promotion. Their manager left, and the guy that took over, the assistant manager, is the manager now. He's brought in a style that's kind of similar to Brighton. They're bringing a player selling for a huge profit, and then there was a joke that I read somewhere that the players that they sell, they find that they're not good enough out in Europe, they come back to Bodo. So it's like these players go off, make a huge amount of money, and come back to a smaller league. But I'm not going to count Bodo out. They have beaten some pretty impressive teams to get to where they've been. But as a Spurs fan, I want us to win.
Oh, there's no different. I mean, look, at the end of the day, no matter how much some of us slate this club off, I've said it enough times before now, and there's so many times where like you do just repeat yourself over and over and over a fucking again. As all we actually want the club to do is win. Why do we sit here and moan and groan and get angry about Ange and the fact that we've lost 19 games? Oh, what? Is it because we want to sit in here and tell a few people, we got it right, you got it wrong? Bollocks. No, because we want the club to do better. We want the club to win. We can actually see some of the problems at the club without just living there on Hopeland. Like you might as well go to a rave at Camden Palace 20 years ago when nothing mattered and everything was good in the world, if people get what I'm getting at. But no, when it comes down to it, we want the club to win. Everybody wants us to win who support Spurs, or most of us anyway. I'd say there's about 10% out there that don't because they just want him gone under all circumstances. But I think he's gone, he's done and dusted, even if we win it. Yeah. But some people just need to get the picture that, maybe we just look on life or football in a different way. Maybe we see certain things in the game that you don't, and you see other things in the game that we don't. That's football. But I am not going to stand here and preach this manager off all day long, or even at the end of the season, if he wins that bloody cup, and say he's had a good season. Because he fucking ain't. Because he is not. He has had an awful season. And if you listen to what... did either of you two listen to the interviews off of Ange and the Man U manager?
Yes. Yeah, I saw him.
No, I haven't.
One of them sitting there trying to blow. Angie's basically sitting there, as far as I'm concerned, trying to justify his season. The other one is turning around saying, "Look, even if we win this cup, we have had a disgusting season. We have been absolutely awful, and we need to improve. If we go and win this and get us into the Champions League, it can help us go forward from there. But only we can do that with spotting the problems." No, With Ange, it's like, no, we're going to do this. We've had a great season. Yes, for Spurs, we've had a great season if we win something. I get that. But we have not had a good season, even if we win this cup, as far as I'm concerned.
If only, Gary. If only. I'll take your mail on a heartbeat.
Yeah, it's no, you're right, Dan, and I think that's been the disappointing thing for me over the last 2 years with Ange, is that I want to hear. I want to hear him saying, yeah, this isn't good enough and I need to change things. I don't want to hear him coming out in press conferences and saying, yeah, but we've lost 15 games by 1 goal. And that's what, when I watch Amorim, I think Amorim realises, and bearing in mind, this isn't even Amorim's mess, if we're going to be brutally honest.
No, it's
this
not.
isn't his mess to
picking
clean
up after the mess at Ten Hag, isn't he? So
he already had the bottle to kick out Rashford, for God's sake. And I mean the bottle, because Rashford is a very liked but also disliked player at Man U from what I know from my mates, yeah? I can't stand him. I don't like his attitude. I wouldn't want him at Spurs. Is he better than what we've got? Yes, either way, we could debate that a different day, yeah? But he is a very big player at Man United. And he just basically walked in there, sussed out one of the problems, which was Rashford and his attitude off the pitch, and just said, baked potato, go on, get out. Otherwise, I just ain't going to play you. And put him on loan. That is what we need. Someone who can actually walk in, smell the coffee, see the problems, fix the problems. But do you know what the biggest problem is? The last bit I'll go with, Savva. Do you know what the biggest problem is? And I'll go to a life thing here, yeah, not just football. What the biggest problem in life is when you can't realise the problem, yeah, and the problem's right under your fucking nose because you are the problem. And then the only person who can fix that problem is you. He is the problem. Yeah, we all know that Levy is the parasite, whatever else, yeah? Ange is the problem. Ange's tactics is the problem. The way he manages or doesn't manage that team is the problem. And until he could have the man to stand there and say, well, we've definitely got a problem here that I need to fix, being the manager, he hasn't got a chance in hell in a big league as far as I'm concerned.
No, but that's it. For me, as I said, it's about accountability.
Might be a bit deep for some.
No, it's fine. It's fine. As I said, for me, it's about accountability, right? It's you know, if you've got a manager that's sitting there acknowledging, oh yeah, we've been absolutely dreadful, and I've got to take that on my shoulders, and here's what I need to do. But all year we just heard excuse after excuse. You know, at first it was, you know, when these players come back from injury, you watch. Now it's, oh well, we only lose by 1 goal, and then it's, oh, all the fans need to get behind us, and you're like, well, which one is it, mate? Do you know what I mean? And listen, just before we go on with that, I must say, big up to Anthony Clark. Always Anthony Clark with the super stickers. Big up to you, my man. Really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Big up to D&B Forever, always with the super stickers as well. Thank you very much. I'm a channel that doesn't get many super chats, so when I do, I always say thank you. They are appreciated. Thank you very much, guys. And then 7, big up to you. So just sent you an email. I did glance at it, but obviously I can't reply while I'm here. I do think the fake news is Frank Lampard possibly to Spurs as manager. I wouldn't put too much credit in that Sanctuary 7. However, I'd probably rather Frank Lampard than Ange, but we won't talk about that tonight. Big up to you, Sanctuary. Really appreciate you. Just leaves me to say, just really quickly before I continue talking to the guys for 10 minutes before I boot them off, keep smashing the subscribe button, people. There's 750 of you in here. We should be getting at least 20, 30 more subscribers. And on the likes front, as I said, we've only got 330 likes. We should be on 500 with a number of you in here. Please smash that like. And thank you very much to G Giant, who's putting a super sticker as well. Very, very, very much appreciated. Really appreciate you guys. Guys, let's have a look. Look, tonight, let's talk about the Jed Spence situation. Hang on. If you guys give me 1 minute, if you could talk about Jed Spence.
Jed Spence has been standout for us, really, hasn't he, this season, Dan, to be honest with you. He come in because injuries, and then he stepped up and actually started looking like a player that we could actually get something out of, instead of the rumour of it being a Daniel Levy signing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, very well. I think he was very much a Daniel Levy signing anyway. There's no sort of buts about that, yeah. But we was all more than saying like we should have already sold him. And for obvious reasons, you can't blame us for that because he couldn't get in the team come love nor money. 3 managers did not like him. There must have been a reason to it. Maybe he's managed to pull his finger out his arse and think, right, I'm going nowhere fast. I need to get my career going. I at least need to have a good half of a season for anybody to even look at me to buy me. Yeah. Either way, whatever he's looking at it. I don't think we've gone and found ourselves a spectacular player there. What I think we've actually gone and find ourselves with Spence is a quite reliable player. And also, what's the other word? You can use him as left back, right back. You could even push
Versatile.
him centre back out. A versatile player, yeah, which I think is very useful. But yeah, why has he stood out when he has played? It's not because he's either. I don't think he's played that spectacular. It's just because the rest of the team is that absolute shit on the pitch, and he's played a good game. He looks significantly better. But I'm not saying he's bad. I'm saying I think he's a good player. I think you can definitely get squeezed more out of him. Much better defender than Porro and Udogie. No two ways about it. He should be playing tonight 110%. But is it just another one of those ones that's he's looked that much better than he actually is on the pitch because everyone is just that crap?
His underlying stats don't say that he's shit though, because
I didn't say he was.
I know, but you remember when we was having in the group chat quite a few weeks back that I think it was with the American kiddie that comes on sometimes. Can't remember his name. He came over last week to watch us lose to Forest. Eugene or something like that. Can't remember his name. Arguing back and forth, and I just brought up all the stats like in percentiles of like in his appearances, he's done this, this, and this. All right, he may have given the ball here, but he's made up for it here, here, and here. There is underlying stats there, and Spencer, I believe that there's a serviceable player in there. And I keep saying, if you're gonna really play this, you should put Porro out on the right wing, Spence behind him. At least that way, the defense down that side is covered, because Porro could at least track back if he loses it, whereas Johnson doesn't give you that protection. Spence, like you said, he's versatile. He can play left back, right back, centre back. He can play every other position apart from probably striker and the goalkeeping position, if you ask me. You probably get something out of him if you play him in midfield. Sav, I think you're muted, bud.
Sorry, it's crazy how for that 3-month period, he was our better player, and we all said it. You watch when he comes back, he'll be dropped. People go, no, he won't be. As soon as they drop. I mean, if you were Jed Spence, isn't the concern here that if I'm Jed Spence, I don't know about you. We've seen the type of character he is, by the way. We've seen that he's not full of bubbles, fun and life. He is very much straight down the line, say it as it is, which I've got no problem with. Mm-hmm. If I'm him, I'm saying to my agent, you've got to get me out of here.
Yeah.
You know, 1, he didn't put me in the Europa League squad. 2, he didn't give me a game, no matter how much people were being overplayed. And then our fans complained that, oh, we got no one to rotate when you had Jed Spence the whole time. 3, comes in as our what we can say is probably arguably our best player for that period. And then everyone gets fit, straight away dropped again in all the games. He's dropped in all the big games now. I can see him going, guys. I can truly see him going.
It'd be a shame because, I wouldn't blame him. It's a shame as well because there's something there now. I'm starting to like to see from Spence. Maybe like he's definitely pulled his finger out. He's becoming one of those like players that are a late bloomer that is starting to show his worth because he's had he's had multiple loans since being with us and not really stood out on those loans. To be honest with you, and he's come back. He's put his head down, changed his mentality around, and got back into the team.
Which is not easy to do at all. When it comes to the mentality side, that is always harder than the physical side to an extent, as far as I'm concerned. But again, call that opinion. But did he really get his head down that much? Did he really change it around that much that Ange said, do you know what? Yeah, you're getting in the team now. Or did he just actually get into the team because Ange just absolutely had no choice whatsoever to put him in that team? Same as he did with Archie Gray. Same as he did with Bergvall. It's worked for Bergvall, and he's earned his clothes.
This is what I like about you. You make people think. You make people think because it's so true. It's very easy that we all go with that narrative. Oh, his attitude was awful. Now he's changed. What I saw in that interview from him wasn't someone that I'm not saying he's got a bad attitude. I feel like he probably comes across quite blunt as it is, maybe a bit arrogant. But if I'm him, I'm looking and going, sorry, why am I suddenly being dropped for all these big games? Like, why am I the one that's suddenly not? And this is what we said when we talked about, but he had no one to rotate. It's not that he didn't have anyone to rotate, guys. He didn't want to because he's got his 11 and he wants to stick with it. So I agree with you, Dan. Maybe it's just that he was given a chance and did well.
You know what?
Yeah.
Also, another player I really feel sorry
Which
for.
fair play to him.
I really do feel sorry for Reguilón as well, because there is a player there. You don't be the left back 5-6 years ago that every team in Europe wanted. He comes to us. He had a couple of good seasons and then was binned off as not good.
He's not a Premier League player for me. He is not an English Premier League player for me. Stick him in Spain, like what's his name we got up there as well, the left winger, who's just absolutely nothing of him. I forgot his bloody name now. The other one we've got on loan in Spain. The other Spanish one we got on loan in Spain.
Oh, Brian Hill.
Brian Hill, yeah, another player for me.
Forgotten man.
No, for me, I don't think he's a bad player at all.
He's not a bad player.
I just don't think he is made for the Premier League. I don't think he's a Premier League type of player. Stick him in Spain like he is. I think you see a respectable player there. Same as you do with others. Some players just are better in other leagues than they are other leagues. It adapts to them more than anything. Yeah.
Culturally, where they grow up as well.
Yeah, but again, Reguilón is another one for me. I just don't quite think he's made for the Premiership. Go stick him in Spain. Perfect. Fine. I think that suit him down to a T. Even if you went and stuck him in Italy, I think that would be the perfect little place for him for speeding up as a wing back. I just don't think they were matched quite for the English Premier League style sort of thing.
I also think it matters, guys, and I will kick you guys off in 2 minutes just to give you the heads up without being rude. I also think it matters who buys you, what formation they're buying for you, and how much confidence they have in you. So, for example, with a Brian Hill, if he had been bought by a Thomas Frank at Brentford for a particular reason, and he gets to the arm put round him, he's a first team player, we might see a very different Brian Hill. But Brian Hill was played. How many Spurs managers has Brian Hill probably played for now? 5? Like
3.
All with different tactics, all with different formations. So listen, guys, just to Aussie dude, I'm going to give you one warning. I'm doing the warnings. Stop. No one's being negative. I'm going to do the warnings now. One more, you've gone. And one more silly comment. I've just put Matt in a timeout for silly comments. Stop. Corey, you said 3-1 Spurs.
Yeah, 3-1 Spurs. For love or money, we can't keep a clean sheet.
And Dan, you went for 1-1. Is that correct?
Yes, 1-1.
I
hope I'm wrong. I pray I'm wrong. I don't want to be right here.
Well, listen, guys, you've got the link for you got the link for half time and for full time. Cool. We are 3 minutes away, so I am gonna say goodbye.
Yeah. See you later. Come on, you Spurs.
We all get the result we want.
See you later.
Take care. Cheers, man.
Bye.
So, guys and girls, look, Aussie dude, you don't say sorry, but you, Matt, the other people, you've got to understand this is a football channel. We talk about all things, manager, players, tactics, transfers. We talk about everything, mate. And you guys, anything that isn't praising Ange, you go, oh, you hate. It's hate. It's hate. Just stop. It's so boring now. Right. And I am going to change the angle of my seat, if that's not negative, so that I'm square onto the TV. Guys and girls, I've gone with 3-1. I've gone with 3-1. Before we start, I'm going to test the timer. Ignore the timer. The game has not kicked off. I just like to test it. Big up to Aris, always very generous with the super chats. Thank you very much, Aris. Really, really appreciate you. Just a super sticker, said nothing, but you know you're always appreciated here, my friend. Big up to Andy Lester. Hope you're feeling better yesterday after the car crash, I believe it was. Hope you're feeling better, mate. Hope you're now no longer in hospital. Thank you to you. Super Spurs TV, Blaine Dev, big up to you. I said big up Savva and panel, just dropping by to say hi. Bricking it. I tried to not get invested, but it is a semi-final. Can't help but not be nervy. Come on, you Spurs. Do us bloody proud for once this season. First of all, thank you very much for the generosity. Second of all, I completely agree with every single word you said there, Blaine. You're always very generous to me, so thank you very much. Guys and girls, I'm not asking for everyone's money, but if you do have, we've got 30 seconds till the game kicks off. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and please do smash the like button. We should be on 500. We're only on 376. Smash that button, people. Guys and girls, so the players are just shaking each other's hands and also the hands of the officials. Let's see how we get on. It's a very listen. By the way, the team: Vicario, Porro, Romero, Van der Ven, Udogie, Bentancur, Basuma, Johnson, Madison, Solanke, Ritchie. Let's be fair. That team from the beginning of the season, if you swap Ritchie for Son, would have been his best 11. So we really haven't got any excuses tonight. Then the bench is made up of Moore, Davis, Sarr, Odeber, Spence, Kulu, Gray, Tell, Danso, Austin, and Whiteman. Just about got it in. When we do the commentary, it's going to be very difficult for me to. I don't know who these players are from Bodo, so it's going to be very difficult on that front. I will keep you up to date. By the way, there are 2 Conference League games: Betis and Fiorentina. Chelsea are playing the Garden, I believe it's pronounced. And also, Man United are playing away in Bilbao in the other semi-final. And I'll also keep you updated with the Premier League game, which is 30 minutes old. It's currently Nottingham Forest 0, Brentford 0. So I'll keep you updated with all of those scores as they go in. Thank you for the 2 people that just subscribed. If we get another 30, we get to 17,500. So let's see what happens. Yeah, Theo, I'm not surprised. I think Kulu's not fit and not in good form. And Sarr, I don't see anything in anyway. So the Bodo team is Hakeem in goal, Schovald, Gunderson, Nilsson and Bjorken at the back, Saltness, Haug and Brunstadt Fett with Mata, Hogg and Blomberg. Apologies if any of you are Swedish and I just butchered all those words. Their bench, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They've only got 8 on the bench, so they really are suffering from injuries, aren't they? Let's see. By the way, there should be no score spoilers because, George, I'm completely up to date with time. The Bodo players are now all having a group huddle on the side with their coaches, with everyone. Let's see. Listen, this is it, right? This is it. Madison leading the team talk. Giving Spurs the come on. Let's get this done. Sorry, I said Swedish. Sorry, Norwegian. Sorry. So the game hasn't kicked off, by the way. If anyone's seeing the 0-1, it's purely so I can make sure I've got the timer working. There is going to be a minute silence, which I'm guessing is still going to be for the Pope. We don't need to observe it here. It would be a bit weird if we observed it as well. But let's hope Spurs come out tonight. I've said I think we're going to win 3-1. Let's hope that we come out. Nothing silly. I don't want to see anything silly. Yeah. Just nothing silly. No early goals conceded. No silly balls out the back. Let's just have a steady let's have a steady game. Right? Let's have a steady game. Wyndham saying, so what was that? Wyndham saying, commentator just said you could fit inside. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? That's mad. By the way, guys, come on, smash that like button. We're on 400. We should have 500. There's still 645 of you in it, which is quite a lot. Let's see what they do. Are they going to come to play? Are they going to park the bus? Let's see what all happens. Big up, Andy. I'm glad it was the car damage and not you, man. Listen, I timed you out because I'm getting really bored of you saying, come on, just be positive. I'm really bored of it, Matt. You're boring me. I've just deleted one of your mates. I will delete you. Stop it. Stop telling everyone how to feel. Right, here we go. Tottenham Hotspur versus Bodo Glimt. Bodo are going to get the game off and underway. Yes, there we go. So the timer should now be hopefully in time with the game. As the ball is hacked clear by Pedro Porro. Headed forward again by the defender. And Spurs can come away with the ball. Bentancur, James Madison plays it out wide immediately to Ritchie. Ritchie on the left-hand side. Crosses the ball in early. One in the air by Johnson, but headed clear by the Bodo player. And Tottenham have started quickly here. Cross in. Ritchie's headed it down. Spurs are 1-0 up in 1 minute. Tottenham have started absolutely brilliantly. We are 1-0 up in 60 seconds. Brennan Johnson with the header. Spurs got the ball out wide to Richie. Richie has whipped the ball in. That was cleared. The next ball came in, headed back across. It looped into Brennan Johnson's path. And Brennan Johnson headed home from a few yards. He couldn't miss. He didn't miss. And Tottenham have started very well. Bodo are having a little team talk amongst themselves. They have not started well, but that should settle down the nerves. Tottenham Hotspur 1, Bodo Glimt 0. I was just checking for offsides, by the way, before I did this. So let's have a look here again. So Basuma did well, knocked his man off the ball. They're asking for a foul. They're not going to get it. Porro whipped it in. No one's offside there. Headed back across by Richie, who did really well. And Brennan Johnson couldn't miss. He didn't miss. Johnson is lethal inside that 6-yard box. Keeper, no chance. Solanke did really well there. Solanke did really, really well to keep that alive. Johnson did really well to head at the back post. And Tottenham are 1-0 up. Chris, you're going to get blocked as well. You're going to get blocked. I'm sick of these stupid... Stop it. Let me enjoy the game or fuck off. Stop it. You're annoying me. It's getting boring now. Jesus Christ, this fan base is insufferable. Pricks like that ruin them for me. I'm trying to comment on the game. Chris, you can have a timeout. You're a prick. I'm bored of it. Sorry, I'm really bored of it. I'm really bored. Him, Matt, Rob. Oh, get excited. It's like some people don't show it in the same way as others. It's just so boring. I don't lose my mind like others do. Anyway, so Tottenham Hotspur have a throw-in now. Just coming up to 3 minutes gone. We've got the early goal lead. Let's kick on from this now. Tottenham Hotspur have got a throw-in. Thrown long. This time, the Bodo defence have dealt with it. Knocked it forward. Spurs give it away in midfield. Bodo just looking to put their foot on the ball for the first time. Yeah, Chris, it's just madness. Like, I know people want to see me falling off my chair. I'm not that sort of person. Anyway, Bodo have now got in here, whipped a ball across, headed away by Romero, and then headed away again by Richarlison, who is very good in the air, isn't he? He is good in the air. We've got to give him that. Anyway, so Bodo now with the ball. Look, I try and give you as much commentary as possible. I've just got so many idiots. It's so boring now. So boring. There's a ball dinked forward by Bodo, but way too much on it, and it's gone into the arms of Vicario. And I'll say what I always say. Guys. Just nothing silly. Nothing silly for the next 5-10 minutes. Nothing silly. No need. Got the goal inside the first minute. Chloe, I know they're simpletons. It's just so annoying. And there's a free kick given away down here on the halfway line. Madison with the foul on Mata. Yeah, but he'll get no praise for it, Corey. He'll get no praise for it. Here's the Bodo left back driving forward, gives it to the left winger. I don't know the name, so I won't pretend. Bodo having the ball at the moment. Again, we're no danger, but Bodo just trying to work their way back into the game. They're going to go back to the goalkeeper here. I think, yeah, the ball's gone back to the goalkeeper. He plays it out wide to the right back. Spurs are going to press again. They've played themselves out well there, but Richie has, I think, given the foul away. Let's have a look. Was it a foul? It wasn't. Sorry, it wasn't Richarlison. It was Destiny Adogi. So, Matt, good. A sensible football question. Just nothing silly. Nothing silly for me. Don't need to go gung-ho. Don't need to go defensive. Just nothing silly. Just keep the game moving nicely. There's no need to do anything dramatic. We don't need to go chasing. We don't need to blow them away in 15 minutes. Let's just, nothing silly. James Maddison now. Good ball with the outside of his foot, wide to Richarlison. Richarlison whips another ball in. This time it's headed away, but Richarlison, he's gone down holding his back. Was that a foul? I don't know, a bit lightweight. Anyway, Spurs have the ball at the back. Romero knocks the ball forward into the path of, I tell you what, Romero played a really good ball over the top. Maddison tried to, let's have another look here. If he was onside, was he on? Looks on. He is on. Tried first time to, it was coming at him quite quick. Tried to put it over with the outside of his boot, and it's gone high and wide for a goal kick. By the way, Betis are 1-0 up against Fiorentina. Betis are 1-0 up against Fiorentina in the Conference League. Anyway, back here. Nothing silly, Spurs. Here's Bodo Glimt. Be interesting to see how they cope now, being 1-0 down. Ball's played back in to the goalkeeper. He lays it off to the centre-half. And the centre-half goes back into the goalkeeper. So it doesn't look like Bodo are in any rush to do anything. They've driven the ball forward here from the keeper. This time, Van der Ven's headed the ball down. Basuma brings it down, clears it only as far as their centre-half, who slices at the ball, but they're going to be okay with that, I think. And Spurs, we don't need to go crazy here. First warning, you're going to go. Stupid shit, you're going to go. You're going to go. I've lost tolerance for people, by the way. If anyone hadn't noticed today, I've lost tolerance. I'm allowed to say what I want about this manager. Anyway, Bodo Glimt play a good ball out to the left. Tottenham have got bodies back, though. They do look composed on the ball, Bodo. Just don't know if they've got enough to worry us, if I'm honest. They are missing their 2 or 3 of their best players. So we'll see if we can. I think we should be able to deal with everything. Bergvall is injured, by the way. Anyway, so Bodo just enjoying a bit of possession. Guys, we don't need to, throughout this game, talk about Ange in or out. We genuinely don't. Here's Richarlison, though, driving forward. Plays a good ball down the left to Udogie. Whip that in. Whip it in. Whip it in. Oh, too slow. He has got the corner. I thought he could have whipped that in there. That was a good ball. Richarlison's actually started this game really well. I think Richarlison's played this ball well. He does give you a bit of power. He does give you that drive forward. Anyway, corner kick to Tottenham. Big up to each of you. Thank you for all the likes. Really appreciate you all. We're only at 430. Should be at over 500, but hey, it is what it is. Big up to Jermaine. I can see in the chat. Big up to Musings of a football fan. James Maddison with a corner. Can Spurs get the second? Header is bouncing around, headed up and over by Mickey van der Ven. So 9 minutes 9:20 gone. Tottenham 1, Bodo 0. Lee, I do. I prefer Richie over Solanke. Chloe, I've said this all season. When we counter-attack, we look so much better than we do playing Ange ball. I think many of us have said this all year, and it baffles many of us as to why we don't play it. Brilliant pressing. Maddison's won the ball high up. It's gone back to him. It's gone to Solanke, and as soon as it goes to Solanke, the move dies. Terrible touch. Brilliant pressing from Maddison, and Solanke with a really poor touch loses the ball. Here's Bodo Glimt. Yeah, Bodo, I can't see they've got enough going forward here to worry us. I really can't. Rick, please stop. Go away. We don't want this nonsense here. Chloe, don't listen to Matt. We absolutely have the players to adopt that. Don't listen to Matt. We definitely do. All of our best wins are when we do that. So, yes, we do. Anyway, by the way, Nottingham Forest 0, Brentford 1 on the stroke of half time. Kevin Sharder with a goal, which leaves Nottingham Forest in 6th outside of the Champions League places and puts Brentford very close to European football next year. What a good job he would have done. Anyway, back here, fairly comfortable. Jace is going to be the next one gone. I don't know what he's proving me wrong. Ange proving me wrong in a game I said we'd win comfortably. Well done. I bet your parents are really proud at how dumb you are. Really well done. Anyway, Basuma wins the ball in midfield. I think he started this game well as well. Here's Richie back into Madison. By the way, I don't think one's enough. I'm not saying it will be one. I think we're gonna win comfortably tonight. As I've said, one won't be enough going to their ground. It will be a very different occasion. Nah, Rodney. No, I'm not. We have a very poor and shaky defence because of the manager and the way he plays football. Learn, Matt. Learn. We wouldn't if we didn't play the way he played. Chelsea are 1-0 up as well in their game. I'll get you the goal scorer in a second. Jadon Sancho with a goal for Chelsea. Jadon Sancho with a goal for Chelsea away. So, I mean, you should fully expect them to win that tournament for me. Bodo, neat and tidy on the ball. Nothing really going forward. They really are missing their striker and Berg in midfield. And we've got to capitalise on that tonight. But 1-0, good start. Bodo are driving through midfield here. We're pressing well. This time they've got away from the press. And a good tackle by Romero, and the ball ends up at the feet of Beccario. I know, mate. Imagine Ange proving me wrong with 19 league defeats. I know, it's mad, isn't it? Anyway, Brennan Johnson has got the ball on the right wing. What have you got, Brennan? Beat your man. Beat your man. He can't beat his man, so he does what he always does. He fires it against the defender and gets a corner kick. So 1-0 to Tottenham. Corner kick. Good chance to get the second. Good chance to get the second here. Mickey van der Ven making his way into the box. Pedro Porro is going to whip this corner in. Porro whips it in. It's fired. Oh, I'll tell you what. Solanke couldn't quite get his header right, but the ball did fall to a Dogi, I think, or Basuma. Who was it? I can't see who it was. Hang on. Here's Basuma. Has a long-range shot. That's blocked. And now the ref has given a free kick or something. I don't know. But Richie really is a pain in the air, isn't he? Guys, I'm going to say it. I think Richie is a much better centre forward than Solanke. I'm going to say it. Sorry. Really sorry for anyone that offends. I think he offers you more. I really do. I think we need a 2-3 goal advantage because their pitch is going to be weird. It's going to be strange. So here's Bodo coming down the left. Again, neat and tidy on the ball, but there's nothing at the moment where I'm going, you're gonna worry us. But still early days, 15 minutes gone. This time they spray a long ball over to the right-hand side our right-hand side. Porro clears it, and then Johnson can clear it further for a throw-in. So now this time, the ball's played out wide to the right-hand side by Bodo. I mean, they're a neat and tidy side, right? They're neat and tidy, but they really are missing their best players here. You can see it a mile off, but they are not good away from home. Alex, you've picked one season each. If you look at all of their stats over their Premier League careers, Solanke's is not better than Richie's. I'm telling you. He's had 1 year of 19. Hang on, Bodo are in it. They've got the ball on the edge of the box. We've left him unmarked. Good block by Richarlison, who got back, but the ball is still with them. Really well done. Really well done there by Richie again. I think Richie's done well. I really do. Here's Solanke. What's he got? He lays the ball off to Richie, to Maddison, to Adogi. I think everyone's got to remember this is a Bodo team. Have a lot of their first team missing. A lot of their first team missing here. This is a great time to play them. Great time to play them. Van de Ven to Maddison. And now Bodo get the ball back. The two centre-halves of Bodo have seen a lot of the ball. Look, we've got to be really honest here, people. Bodo are not good away. I don't know what people are expecting. They are not good away from home. This is why I said I think we win comfortably tonight. It shouldn't come as a shock when we do. I truly believe we do. Bodo now playing the ball out to the right back. No, Matt, they are a small Scandinavian team with hardly any money that get all of their players locally. We are a squad that have spent £400 million on 17 new players, Matt. Stop. You're doing it again. You're doing it again. You don't... It's just unbelievable how silly it is. I agree, Mark. It is a bit slow at the moment, but we've got the goal. There isn't really a need to go mad. But for me, just got to watch out because they are getting, like now, the ball through in the middle. I thought that was a decent tackle. I didn't think that was a foul. I'd like to see it again, the foul by Basuma. But they have won a free kick about 35, 40 yards out. No idea, mate. No idea. Hope you're well, though. It's just the difference is unbelievable. The difference is unbelievable. This is a small team. Their town is less than about 50,000 people. All of their players are from the local region or surrounding areas. There's a huge difference between us having Dogie out and we could play Spence versus what they've got. It's just madness. It's utter madness how crazy people are. Anyway, free kick to ball dinked in. That should be Vicario's all day. He got it at the second attempt, and we'll deal with them. Okay, well done, mate. Oh, well done. Well, you've won the title, so well done, mate. You've won the title. Big up to you. I agree. I think a video complete. I just don't think he's that great. Anyway, 20 minutes gone. I think they'll be happier. That's a great ball. That's a superb ball from Maddison. Out to Richarlison this time. Tried to play the first time cross. It deflected off the defender and into the arms of the goalkeeper who's rolled out early. Great ball by Maddison, and that's why he has to play. That's the sort of ball he can play. Yeah, Bodo they got some neat approach play. You know, they got some neat approach play, but I mean, they don't look like they've got too much at the moment. I've got a feeling it'll be a very different game. A very different game in Norway. They've given it away, though. Here is Richarlison. Here he is into the box. This time he tried to do too much. The defender got back to him, and Spurs win another corner. Yeah, good defending, but Richie, for me, tried to do a bit too much that time. Let's be fair. I'd love a top striker at Tottenham. I'd love a top striker at Tottenham. We've had so many down the years, and now we got these two. It's corner comes in, and it's headed wide for another corner. Came off a Bodo Glimt head. It was Hock. I think it's Hock, the centre forward who was back there. I mean, I don't think they'll be too disappointed if they go in 1-0 down at half time. But for me, I think it's possible we can get a second, get this game really put to, not to bed, this game maybe, not the tie, but really take advantage. Corner kick, whipped in, headed on, landed at the, Basuma's tried an audacious volley, and it's flown over the bar, and it's Tottenham 1, Bodo 0. And we're a quarter of the way through the 90 minutes. I mean, look, it's been okay. I don't think we've done too much since the goal. A couple of good passes into dangerous areas. Their goalkeeper hasn't had anything to do, but it's okay as long as we don't do anything silly. Please keep smashing that like button, people. Let's get that up to 500. We're on 455. So here's Romero with the ball at the back. He goes back to Vicario. Forgot his name for a minute there. He goes back to Vicario. Now Van der Ven can sweep a ball forward. That's going to be easy in the air for their player, but then it falls at the feet of Udogie, and a free kick is given. I thought it was a bit of a soft one, but a free kick to Spurs. And it's going to be a free kick that's going to be whipped in from the left-hand side, right-footed by James Maddison. Got to work their goalkeeper at some point. We haven't worked the goalkeeper since the goal. So Bodo have a line right along the edge of the 18-yard box. Maddison whips it in to the back post. It's gone over everyone. The Bodo defender clears it. It's whipped back in, and the offside flag was up after all of that anyway. So a lot of build-up for nothing. Big up to Jack Spurs, who's put in two, not one, but two super stickers. Big up to you, my man. Always very generous. As I said, I'm not really a channel that gets loads of super chats, so I really do appreciate it when I do get them. So thank you very much, Jack. That's very generous of you. So, ball played forward. Spurs will deal with that. Yeah, Mickey van der Ven deals with that in the air. Now, Destiny Udogie turns, goes back into van der Ven. Well, Bergval's out injured, and Kulu's just come back. I don't think he's fully fit. So here's Basuma to Bentancur. Ball's played forward, and a late foul on Bentancur there. The referee is going to bring the game back for a free kick. I don't think there's going to be a yellow card or anything, which is the way I think football should be. I don't think there should be yellow cards for everything. Big up, Jack. No, I really appreciate it, bro. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. As I said, it means a lot. So big up to each and every one of you. I don't even think he really caught him, but I mean, minimal. Tottenham 1, Bodo 0. We are 26 minutes gone, just over 26 minutes gone. And it's going to be a free kick at the back here for Tottenham Hotspur with Romero. He plays it 5 yards to Van der Ven. And then Bodo get it away, only as far as Van der Ven. He loses the ball, get back Mickey, and then wins it back. But Bodo can bring it forward again. Yeah, Mickey lost the ball, then won it back. And now Bodo with the ball in midfield. And they've worked the ball out nicely to their left winger. He goes back inside. Sorry, I've got loads of Stanley's toys in and amongst my feet for some. Never get a puppy. They are a nightmare. We love them, but they're a bloody nightmare. Anyway, Bodo has still got the ball in the Tottenham third. Not really any sign of a danger from them at the moment. But there's a good ball played in, and it's cleared away. Spurs haven't dealt with it. And now Bodo have got the ball. They've had a shot blocked and then cleared. Bodo are asking for a foul. A good little spell of possession there for Bodo. Didn't ever look like they were going to really affect or hurt us. But, yeah, they asked for... I didn't see a foul or anything. They're asking for it. Let's have a look. No, football's gone so soft. Everyone wants a foul for everything, don't they? No, nothing wrong with that. Come on. Come on, Mr. Bodo Glimt. Up you get. I'm just having a look at the Man United game. Got Harry Maguire's turned into your mouth. Wow, good footwork, Harry Maguire. Crossover, header down. Man United 1-0 up. As it stands, very early days. As it stands, it's an all-English final. Long way to go. So just coming up to 29 minutes gone. Big up, Jack. Very generous again, mate. Thank you. Do you know what, Jack? If everyone in here stuck in a super sticker for 99p, you'd all make me £600. How's that? Who's up for the game? Just kidding. Or am I? £600 if everyone's stuck in £1. Big up to you, Jack. That's very, very generous. So Tottenham 1, Bodo 0. You've not missed anything. Now we take the free kick. Here's Romero. Out wide to Mickey Van der Ven. Van der Ven plays a long ball forward into the path of Solanke. He's brought that down well. And then the shot from Destiny Udogie was rash, high and wide. I didn't have any today, mate. I've not had any yakkers today. No, I've been streaming all day today. That was better from Solanke. Bring the ball down. There we go. There's one. Mark, we only need 599 more people to do it. 599 more people. But yeah, just confirmation that Casemiro, after a great bit of work by Maguire, has put Man United a 1-0 up. Big up to you, Mark Taylor. Really appreciate you, bro. Thank you very much. It's very, very generous of you. And Steve's in. Hang on, we're doing it. Right, 598 to go. 509. Hang on, Glenn's doing it as well. Glenn's doing it. Big up to you, Steve. Really appreciate you, buddy. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you, and I really appreciate you, Glenn. And thank you for all the stats you send me. I've got someone that I'm going to bring up. Just quickly, I'll break away for a second. the Bodo Glimt player, going down the line. But James Maddison did a brilliant job of tracking back. Really good defensive work there from James Maddison. Big up to the 2 marks. I'll tell you what, guys, we are 595 people away from making £600. Big up to you as well, Mark. Really appreciate you, Cookie. You've got the link for halftime and full time if you want to come on. Big up to each and every one of you. You're very generous. Oh, my God. Look how generous everyone's being. There's Richest Man. There's 5 Laugh Aloud. Hang on. Here's Solanke. Richarlison. Oh, and that's where he lets himself down. This is where he lets himself down. He did all the hard work, drove into that inside channel, but then just he's not a goal scorer. I don't think him or Solanke are goal scorers. They don't open their body up enough. And the ball was tamely passed into the back of the net. I can't believe what's going on here. This is mad. Big up, Richest Man. Really appreciate you. Thank you very much. This is mad. I was joking and everyone's doing it. D&B forever with another super sticker as well. Thank you so much. Then another super sticker from Alexander. Thank you as well. What's going on? The musings of a football fan. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Mark Swift with a super sticker as well. This is crazy, guys. You're all very, very generous. Mike Pepper with a super sticker as well. This is absolute madness. Big up, Mike. Really appreciate you. Here's Philly. He's putting in one as well. This is madness. Big up to you, Philly. Love you, dude. Big up, Mark Taylor. Hang on. I'm going to break away for 1 second. Bodo are getting in down the wing. Really well held up by Romero. And then the ball, clear it, Johnson. He's cleared it down the line and to nobody. But big up to you, Mark Taylor. Bosh, thank you very much. Very generous people. 555 more. Let's make it up. Big up to all of you. Adogi has intercepted the ball. Big up to you, Mark. Really appreciate you. Thank you very much. Big up to George with a super sticker. Thank you very much as well. Amzo as well. Thank you. Legends, all of you. Bonsai, Backer Obo. Big up to you with a super chat as well. And Chloe with a super chat as well. You guys are too generous. Thank you very much. Really appreciate you. Rob Brown with a £3 super sticker. You guys are crazy. Rob Brown with a £3 super sticker. Just quickly, there's the ball over the top. Ball down by Maddison. 2-0. Brilliant play by James Maddison. That is why James Maddison has to start for Tottenham. Great ball over the top. James Maddison brings it down. Took a touch. Got the ball away from his feet. And put it into the back of the net. And that was absolutely brilliant from Tottenham. Where has that been all season? James Maddison, again, coming from deep. Good ball over the top. And 2-0 to Tottenham. And I can't see any way back for this Bodo team. 2-0. Spurs should go on to do what many of us said now. This should be a good game for Tottenham. 2-0. We hadn't done anything for a while. Let's have a look. Pedro Porro. Was it Pedro? Superb diagonal ball. Superb touch from Maddison. And a superb finish. James Maddison has made it Tottenham 2, Bodo 0. And at the moment, we are en route to the final. And this game, we could put this to bed here at White Hart Lane. Tottenham 2, Bodo Glimt 0. Great play all round. Great pass. Great control. Good finish. A little bit scuffed the finish, but doesn't matter. Into the bottom corner. And Tottenham are 2-0 up. And this is why I would never, ever, ever have James Maddison on a bench. Ever. Here's Tottenham again. I'll get to the super chats in a minute. Richarlison into Adogi. The ball pulled back, but was defended well by the right back. Now Adogi can put it back in, and Tottenham tonight could have this game out the way. Big up to you. Where are we? Rob Brown with the super sticker. Thank you, Rob. Love you, dude. Thank you so much. True Say as well with the super sticker. Just very, very, very generous. Jack Nugent with a super sticker. You guys have been unreal today. It's madness. The 2 Mark show. saying having it large. Big up to you, my man. Very generous. Adam Hines with a super sticker. This is mental. Big up to you. Family Reed with a super sticker. Hang on, I'll break away just quickly. Big up Family Reed. I'll break away. Here's Richie. Tries to cross it in. It hits the defender. So big up to you, Family Reed. Really appreciate you. Derek O'Reilly said put it towards a new striker. Man United are 2-0 up at Bilbao as well. At the moment, this is looking like it's going to be an all-English final. And if I look at the Man United game, I think the Spanish centre-half, Vivian, has been sent off. Bruno scored the resulting penalty. Tottenham and Man United are both cruising at the moment to the Europa League final. Utter madness. Big up to you, Derek O'Reilly. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Big up to Family Reed, who put in another one. Absolutely ridiculous. What's going on here? Fiona with another super sticker. Thank you so much, Fiona. Lord Rodney Trotter. Absolutely amazing. Thank you very much. John Gray. Thank you. Really, really very generous super sticker from John. It's my face with a generous super sticker as well. Corey Boy with a generous super sticker. Love you all so much. Archer with a super sticker. Nick Barnes with a super sticker. Absolutely crazy times. Big up to Mike Pepper. Hang on, I'm going to break away. I'll come back to you, Mike. Here's Brennan Johnson on the right. Dinks a ball across. Solanke heads it back across. It's cleared. Only as far as a Dogie. Tottenham can bury this game if they want to here tonight. Tottenham can absolutely bury this game. They are dreadful away from home. As we said, here's a Dogie. Pulls it back. Flicked over and flicked away this time. Brought down by Bentancur. Volley. Great save. Wow, it's all happening. I am tired. I'll come back to this in a second. Bentancur with a great volley. And hats off to the goalkeeper. Bentancur brings it down on his chest. Volleys it towards goal. The keeper with a flying one-handed save over the bar. Really good play all round. Really good play. And again, Richarlison keeping the ball alive. It's what he does. He keeps the ball alive. A big up to you, Mike Pepper. Really appreciate you. Again, 2 from Mike Pepper. And Patrick McCory with a very generous super chat. Thank you so much, my man. I'm humbled. I really, really am humbled. Jay Diller with a generous super sticker as well. Thank you very much. You guys are too much, too generous. Clearly, some of you do like me. George with a super sticker as well. Absolute scenes, George. Thank you so much. Tech Freak, thank you very much with a super sticker. I really, really appreciate you as well. Stills Diamond with the super sticker. Thank you. And that brings us up to date. Man U 2-0 up. Chelsea 1-0 up. Tottenham 2-0 up. Brentford winning 1-0 at Nottingham Forest. Don't think I've missed anything else. Real Betis are 1-0 up against Fiorentina. Josh Hayden with another super sticker. Thank you so much, Josh. You guys are absolutely very, very generous here tonight. Thank you so much, guys and girls. Thank you so much. As the corner comes in, this time it's going to be a goal kick, I think, to Bodo Glimt. Chloe, absolutely. Chloe's been a member for 10 months. Hope you're well, Chloe. She has said these can't compete physically. Yeah, I don't. Listen, everyone said I was being arrogant. There should not be a reason to not cruise past Bodo Glimt, if we're going to be brutally honest. There shouldn't be. Big up to each of you again. That's Steve, Glenn Cornwall, Musings of a Football Fan, Mark Swift, Mike Pepper, Philly, George, Amzo, Bonsai Baccarobo, Chloe, Rob Brown, Crusade, Jack Nugent, Two Mark Show, Cookie, Adam Hines, Family Reed, Derek O'Reilly, Family Reed, Fiona, was that Lord Rodney Trotter? Got rid of. It's My Face, Josh Gray, Corey Boy, Archer, Nick Barnes, Patrick McCorry, Mike Pepper, Jay Diller, George, Tech Freak, Sills Diamond, Josh Hayden, and another super chat from Jack Spurs. Wow, madness. Guys, you guys humbled me. Absolutely humbled me. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you all. Jack, you've been very generous tonight, so thank you very much, buddy. I really appreciate you. No. Matt, we all said we'd win this comfortably, this game. So, yes, we were right for a reason. For a reason, mate. Look at them. They're not good away from home. Here's Solanke. Heads the ball down, but his shot was blocked by the defender. I don't know about you guys. I'm very much, when Solanke gets in those positions, I never feel like something's going to happen. I know that sounds awful, but I just don't feel he's that clinical guy. By the way, Chelsea are now 2-0 up as well. All the English clubs are 2-0 up. Madueke with the goal in that game. So Spurs winning 2-0. Chelsea winning 2-0. Man U winning 2-0. Brentford are beating Nottingham Forest in the league as well. Oh, I need more water. Cy Burge with a super sticker. Thank you very much, Cy. Very, very, very generous of you. Really appreciate that. But anyway, here's Spurs. We're pouring forward again. Here's Adogi. Where has this sort of urgency been? Here's Richarlison. Cuts in, has a dig, hits two players, and it's going to be cleared now by Bodo. And Bodo is sinking without a trace here, if we're brutally honest. Bodo is sinking without a trace. And yeah, it's what I thought. It's what I thought was going to happen. They're just not physically good enough. We're going to win this game nice and easily. Barry booking those hotels. And by the way, big up Cy Burge for that. Really appreciate you, bro. I am someone who always appreciates them. I do see some YouTubers that don't really read out the super chats. Super sticker is just it's just a way of donating, so to speak. I think people realize when it's your business, it's about making money. Big up Marco with a super sticker as well. It's gone absolutely crazy with the super chats. Big up to you. Really appreciate you all. And thank you for getting the stream to over 509 likes. Big up to you. Spurs coming again. This time the defender gets in the way, but they've got no out ball, no answer to us at all. They've got no out ball and no answer. Video complete. I think you've got to remember, I'll say this will piss a few people off. Hang on, Man United 3-0 up. Bilbao have sunk without a trace. Man United are 3-0 up. Bruno Fernandes. And Man United are in dreamland. Man United in the away leg are 3-0 up. Bruno Fernandes with a brace. So at the moment, I mean, can anyone see past a Spurs-Man United final? It's going to be an all-English final. Big up to each and every one of you. Really appreciate you all. Marco, so thank you very much for that super sticker. Really appreciate you. Now, all I'll say is Spurs don't need to do anything silly in the second half. Just keep this game where it is. No need to do anything silly. No need to let them back into it. But for me, we should be coming out and putting this game away 4-0 for me. We really should be. So Man United flying, Chelsea flying, and Tottenham flying. Yeah, Stuart, for me, wow. I mean, very generous again, Patrick. I mean, you must be minted. Thank you very much, mate. You're too kind. I don't know how to thank you. That's very, very kind. So it's sitting outside, smoking a fine cigar with commentary from Savva. Big up to you. Really, really appreciate you, Patrick. Thank you so much, mate. You're always very generous, especially when we do the charity show. So thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much. And if you haven't subbed, people, please do sub. We're nearly at 17,500. Yeah, I only call people CUNTs that really deserve it. I really do. Anyway, here's Bodo. Bless them. I actually feel a bit sorry for them, to be brutally honest. I just don't think that they're not very good away from home as it is. Anyway, they've got a cross in this time. I'll tell you what, that could have been 2-1. That's their best chance of the game. The ball was played down the line. It was pulled back into that dangerous space. He did really well there. He did really well, the winger. Pulled it back. And I'll tell you what, Bentancur was absolutely asleep. Bentancur was asleep, did not deal with it. And the player coming in wanted it more. And it's gone high and over the bar. But I'll tell you what, that's their best chance. Well, he didn't there. I'll give you that. He did not there. But he has in general, yes. Isn't it worrying, though, if our players can only get up for these types of games? Just got to keep an eye on those sort of lapses of concentration there, like Bentancur's. Anyway, Spurs are about to go in at half-time 2-0 up, unless anything changes in the next 30 seconds. Ball hooked forward by Bentancur. Yeah, how nice. How very generous of Patrick. Very, very generous. So the whistle is going to go in about 10 seconds. There's a free kick first to Bodo Glimt on the halfway line. Let's see. By the way, only 73% of 1,300 people thought Spurs were going to win. There's the halftime whistle, by the way. Let me just quickly, before we continue, let me quickly do my admin. By admin, let me just quickly change the timer. Spurs are 2-0 up and in cruise control, like we thought there would be. Well, some of us did anyway. Corey, very comfortable game of football. A very comfortable game. And at the moment, Spurs and Man United are going to Bilbao.
Yeah, I am shocked with the formation of 4-2-3-1. I've been shouting that out. So many people have been shouting it out for ages. Change the system, play 4-2-3-1, and you'll see results. Why can't we do this? Why do we have to do something like this in Europe and do something completely different in the league now? I just don't understand this.
Well, look,
I'm happy we're winning. I'm happy we're winning. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, look. I think at the end of the day, I think, we're seeing blueprints that work and they're not the normal blueprints. When we play like this, we look like a team. Again, we look like a team. And to be fair, we've been sharp. We've wanted to win every ball. Oh, let me remove that. Sorry. We've been sharp. We wanted to be first to every ball. We're getting the ball out wide quickly. We're trying to get crosses in quickly. It's a very un-Spurs-like performance, and it's very welcome, Dan. It's very welcome what we're seeing here, isn't it?
Well, so far, so good is all I'm going to say on it, basically, because the job ain't done for me. Not at all. But you can only give credit where it's due at the moment, and fair play. So far, so good. I do think that Porro isn't cutting in quite as much as usual, and I think that also showed from the cross. Even though it was a diagonal cross, look where he was when he actually took it. Yeah, he's usually a lot more centered by then, and it shows again. Play a team a different way to the right sort of thing, you might see better out of them. But again, in one aspect, we should be winning this 3-0. Yeah, I said 1-1 because I've just got no confidence in the club or the manager. Simple as that. I don't think anyone can blame me for that. But again, so far, so good. I think Richarlison's actually looked pretty respectable on the pitch. Bentancur, apart from his last second there, where I don't know where he was at, but nearly cost us, has been good. I agree. I think it's looked pretty respectable. So far, so good.
Basuma's won a fair few tackles, been quite impressive as well. I'll give him that. He's actually put in a shift.
Yeah, I mean, when I look at Basuma today, Basuma and Bentancur are both playing where they normally play. Neither of them are doing a number 6 role. They're both doing a central midfield role. Maddison is allowed now in this role to get forward. And again, I feel like everyone's in the right position. I know we could talk about the 2 wide men, but I feel like we look so much more comfortable. I don't feel like Udogie and Porro are inverting madly. Udogie's given a lot of width. I just think, it baffles me seeing this. I get it. I know it's Bodo. But for me, we should be kicking on now. This should be taking a 4-0 lead to Bodo for me. This team, they can't cope with us. I don't think they can cope with us technically or physically with the players they've got out on that pitch. Is that
Physically, we're
arrogant or is
dominating.
that fair?
No, it's fair. We're physically on them. Tactically, we seem to be set up finally in a like I said. Tactically, I've been screaming for 2 years set up like this because we've got the players for this system, not another system that we can't win with. This is a breath of. I'm going to say it's a breath of fresh air to see Maddison actually playing in his position properly.
I agree.
I'm so
Having the space to do it, basically. Having the space to do it. It's not that he hasn't been played in his position a lot of the time. It's the fact that where he's been played in his position and the other players have been played so out of sync to play around him as such, it's just taking him out in so many games. I mean, when you're sitting there as a number 10, you need space to do that direct or that long ball or that good pass. And when he's got Solanke sitting 6 foot in front of him and he's got 2 inverted wing backs either side of him, 2 centre backs sitting on his arse, what is the man actually meant to do? Now, again, we see it in a game like we've seen with others where he's got a bit of space, a bit of breathing, a bit of time to actually spot something and do something. You can see a different player. But again, it is Bodo Glimt, so I'm not going to get excited. But so far, so good.
Yeah, look, I mean, when we look at it, I want to give a little bit of praise to Richarlison as well, by the way. A lot of eyebrows raised. For me, I've said this many times, he offers a lot more than Solanke. For me, is he a clinical striker? No, we know he's not going to get you 20 goals a season. Is he technically the greatest? No, but he drives at them. He's a pain in the arse in the box. He's keeping balls alive like he did for the goal. And then he did it a bit later on when he headed back for, was it Bentancur to have the volley? And I just think that I want to give him some credit. I want to give him some really good credit. Solanke, for me, still doesn't do enough. Some good touches, but for me, never looks quite dangerous enough. But we're getting the ball out wide quicker today. Maddison spreading the play quickly. And guys, when you give Maddison that space, and what you'll notice is no one's on top of Maddison today. When he's spraying balls, no one's on top of him.
That's exactly what I said. And that's what we've been saying. Do you know what, Savva? That is the most annoying thing. You and me and 1 or 2 others have been literally shouting this all season where the main problem is up front and why we can't create jack shit.
Yeah.
It just shows it. And it showed it in other games as well. But with Richarlison today, again, I think he's been all right. He's been respectable. Let's see how he pulls it off in the next leg and everything. And I do agree with what you say. In the box, in certain ways, I feel I don't rate him as a player. I'm not going to change that. To me, he's an average player. Yeah, same as Solanke. Nothing good there. Average. But one thing I do think he is good at, it's like that time when we brought him on against Arsenal, even though we didn't win, it still only took him 2 minutes to get in that box and start pissing off them defenders and start getting their back up. He's very, very good at just being a pain in the arse in the box, in the pitch, even distracting, which can also be very good for someone else when the distraction gets put off, that they can do their job as such.
Yeah.
And fair play to him so far. So far, so good.
Just a quick one, guys, as well. I mean, Man United are 3-0 up at Bilbao. Bilbao are down to 10 men. I mean, surely even Man United won't bottle that. I mean, it looks like it's going to be an all-English final. I know that's crazy to say because we're at half-time in the first leg of both games, but as it's heading, it looks like it's going to be an all-English final. But for me, and again, Ash, I agree. I would say Richie is better than Teodoro more and Son should start more. I agree. I think what Richie gives you is that dogged determination, right? I think he knows he's not technically. I agree with you, Dan, completely. I don't ever watch him and go, what a footballer, right? But what I do, that's a great goal. That's a great goal, by the way. Nottingham Forest 0, Brentford 2. Wolfie, where are you? But he's dogged. He's determined. He drives at players. Yes, he's frustrating. But I'm telling you, I'd rather him up front. I'd rather this guy up front.
You know what? It's like what I said before the game and that. We've got no men on that pitch that are leaders, that get stuck in, that want to do the dirty work as well. If anyone does, you can say Romero does when he wants to, which is very rarely, or he just does some dickhead tackle in there. But Richarlison, you can say literally every game you see him play, he does try, and you can't take that away from him. I've always said with that, he always tries hard, even when it ain't going right. I still don't rate him as a player, and you will never get me say he's a good player. But in certain games and games like this, it's sort of like you've seen him. He's more of a pain than Son at the moment would be on there, I think.
Yeah,
And I'm not saying he's a better
keeping
player.
a lot of
I'm
things
just,
alive as well.
yeah. I mean, Johnson for me again, he's just being Johnson. He is what he is, sort of thing. I just accept that.
He didn't tap
But
it in
I do
with his
agree
foot
with
for a
what you.
change.
But with Richarlison, I totally agree with you on what you say. I think he's a more aggressive player that we've got, if you want to put it like that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he could hold his ground in a pub fight or nothing, but he's actually got the aggression on the pitch, whereas not many of our players have any of that.
So let me ask you guys, second half, is the message just more of the same? Just go and do the exact same thing. Pick them off when you need to. Don't go gung-ho. Don't leave gaps. Just pick them off because, guys, I can't see us going to Bodo with a 3-0, 4-0 lead and lose it. I can't see it at all. I think this is going to be done and dusted tonight.
It needs to be done and dusted tonight. Otherwise, we're going to, like I said earlier on, we're going to a team in Norway where most of their grounds are above sea level, so it adds a different kind of atmosphere for the players to play in. It's going to be pretty freaking cold because Norway at this time of year
That's an
is
understatement.
Yeah, Norway is
That's an
very cold this time of year.
Yeah,
I've got two friends that live in Norway, and they always constantly tell me how cold it is, even though like the northern hemisphere should be moving towards the summer. It's just craziness. They tell me, like, I've got a phone call from my friend about 3 days ago. -4 over here. What's it over there? 25 degrees. You're like,
Look,
what? It's 25.
If we carry on the way they're playing, I can easily step back here and say we can do this 4-5-0. If we just carry on with a plan, don't get excited, don't get rattled even if they do get one, because we've had a warning. There has been, it might only be one, but it was a very good warning as well. Like, watch out, they can still do something. When
Bentancur switching up at the end there.
And that is what I've said have always been his biggest problem in his entire career. He has moments like that where he just switches off. He's always done it. But, you know, stick to it. Right, we're 2-0 up. We're at home. They're going to try not to concede any more goals. Are they going to come at us? I very much doubt it. They don't look like they've got the physicality to do it. We know they're missing 4 of their best players. So even if we have to, just knock the ball about and control the game. Take your time now. We're 2-0 up. Okay, I'd want to see 3-0, whatever, and that. But don't go stupid. If it's working, don't try and fix it.
I know something that I'm really impressed with tonight. We seem to be hunting down in packs as well. We're not doing this whole high press and no one's really chasing. I see a lot of us chasing in 2s and 3s after the ball. I'm sitting there thinking, where's this been all year? Can't just be because of Europe. Where's this been like all year and for the last 2 years under this manager? Hunting in packs, chasing down in 2s and 3s, winning that ball back in a high position. Putting in like Basuma, he's all right with a couple of fouls, but he's breaking up play for a reason.
I think Basuma, I've always liked Basuma. I think Basuma has done well. I think he's done well when he's being deployed. You're right, Corey. It looks more like a 4-2-3-1 than the 4-3-3. And I think it suits all our players much better because when they are coming forward, they're getting a tiny bit of joy trying to get some crosses in from the wings, but they're not really going through the middle. Maddison's tracking back and helping out. Bentancur and Basuma are being played in their position. Look,
even Richie's getting back and doing stuff. You know, I'm like that. What?
I have no idea who that is. Let me get some super chats. Big up to Mike Pepper. By the way, guys, did you see what happened on my show with the super chats?
Yeah. Oh,
absolutely crazy. Mike Pepper said, most of us appreciate you, Savva. Thank you from a fellow Greek. Big up you, Mike. Big up the fellow Greeks. Very, very generous of you. And it's nice to know I'm appreciated at times. Big up Josh Hayden, who said, you can tell they aren't physically at the same level as the Prem players because Solanke is holding the ball up for once. Laugh out loud. Thank you for the stream, Savva. Big up to you. And also Vesa. Big up to you, Josh. Really appreciate that, mate. Thank you, Josh and Mike. And Vesa, appreciate you as well. It's a good show, Savva. We actually can play sometimes. It's frustrating when I see us set up like this. This is how I want us to set up. But hey, big up to Ayuso who's coming as well and said, what the hell has happened to Bilbao? Yeah, Bilbao were 1-0 down.
Wow.
Then had the Spanish centre-half, the Spanish international centre-half, Vivian, sent off. From the resulting penalty, Bruno Fernandes scored, and then United tucked it away. And, I mean, both these two games could be done and dusted by tonight. Big up, Ayuso. Much love, bro. Thank you.
I mean,
Both
just
of them
one
could be
quick
done and dusted.
thing, Savva. Stephen Bozak at 21:04. If you can bring that up quickly, please.
So what
If
time?
you got the time. 21:04. Stephen Bozic, whatever he wishes to call himself.
Yep, go on.
We already said at the start of the game.
I support my club.
We want to win. I support my club. I don't support AngeFC. I don't support Sun FC. I don't really care about any of them, what they get up to. As all I care about is what they do on the pitch. Yeah, I don't even care if we win that Europa Cup. I want this manager gone. Period. End of. Because it would still be a crap season. Okay, excellent, lovely. Win a cup. Well done, mate. There's your pay money. Piss off. We need a proper manager. Just my opinion.
Thanks for coming.
There's nothing hypocrites.
Calling people hypocrites are having an opinion on football when it hasn't gone right in 2 seasons.
We're acknowledging when something's going right.
Yeah.
Just so you know, Matisse Tell has come on. I hope it's not for Richie. I'll be brutally honest. I really hope it's not for Richie.
You'll probably find it is Richie. He's done his half. He's got an injury.
So Matisse Tell is coming on. What I don't understand is surely there's no one out there who thought we were going to lose this game at home tonight.
I thought we'd get a draw.
I just don't. They're awful away. I don't know what they're so bad. I'm hoping this isn't for Richie, just because I've enjoyed his first half. If I'm honest,
He's actually looked respectable on the pitch, and he hasn't been like an eyesore to watch, basically, which he usually is.
But like even said with Richie a minute ago, he tracked back. He's made a few tackles. He's even got back in defence.
It's a nice game. It's a nice game for Tell to come on in. By the way, guys, we are 10 subscribers away from 17,500. 10. There's nearly 850 of you in here. 10 of you. Come on, people. Smash that subscribe button. Dan, Corey, I'm going to sack you off until the end of the game. You take care. I'll see you afterwards. Bye. Guys and girls, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Let's get 17,500 and over 600. Big up to each and every one of you. Big up to Ellie. Much love, Ellie. Really appreciate you for the super sticker. Thank you very much. Thank you to the 2 people that just subscribed. Come on, 8 away from 17,500. Big up to you, Ellie. Thank you very much. And Tell on for Richarlison. It can only be injury. It can only be injury. I thought he was causing them problems. But it's a lovely game for Tell to come on in. It's a lovely game. Let's see. One second. So, sorry, I thought the game was going to be starting very, very soon. But the Bodo players are still in the tunnel. Big up. Thank you to all those that have just subscribed as well. Really appreciate you. Thank you for all the likes as well. Much appreciated. You lot have been ridiculously generous with the super chats tonight. Same again in the second half, guys. Let's go. Just kidding. Big up to each and every one of you. We're just the Bodo players and the Spurs players are still in the tunnel. It is nearly 10 past. Let's see what happens. I can hear some dogs. That's Stewie I can hear puffing. Stewie. Bergval, for anyone that didn't see, Bergval is out injured. Some reports are saying he'll miss the rest of the season. But Tell is coming on for Richarlison, which is obviously a different dynamic. Tell doesn't give you what Richie does and vice versa, so it's going to be interesting. But Tell is coming on the left-hand side in what has been a very comfortable evening for Spurs against a very poor team, if we're going to be brutally honest. I don't look Greek. Okay. I can assure you I am half Greek. So Matisse Tell is on. He's going to go on to, I'm guessing he will go straight onto the left-hand side. Bodo Glimt are making a change as well. Looks like Nilsson, the centre-half, is coming off for Mo. M-O-E is coming on. So big up to each and every one of you. Thank you. We are still only, 4 subscribers away from 17,500, which would be massive. So thank you very much to each of you. We are growing, and I'm only growing because of you lot. So thank you very much. I will be doing a match reaction video afterwards. Yes, I'll be doing a match reaction video. I'll keep this going for 10, 15 minutes after the game. Then I'll stick out my video. And then I've got a couple of fans I'll be doing some videos with. Very Lee Gunner-esque, should we say. So maybe we're going to get this game underway. By the way, Brentford still beating Nottingham Forest 2-0 at the City Ground. But it looks like James Maddison is going to finally get this second half underway. And we are, let's go. Yeah, and we are off. Ball played forward by Spurs immediately and hacked away. I would just say more of the first half. What we don't want is hang on, I've paused because James Maddison's won the ball high up, but then they've won the ball back off him. What we don't want here is to give them a goal and suddenly they're back in it. I don't feel like this team should be getting back in it against us. Anyway, Bodo Glimt now with the ball in their last third. At the moment, 2-0. Nice. Let's get the third. I think the third kills the tie, if I'm honest. 3-0 kills the tie. 3-1 makes it interesting. But from what I've seen tonight, I don't see any way this team is ever going to score 3 or 4 goals against us, even at their ground. Don't forget, Chelsea are still 2-0 up. Man United are 3-0 up. And Brentford are 2-0 up as well. So lots of goals flying in tonight across Europe and the Premier League. At the moment, Bodo Glimt spraying a long ball over the top, won by their player in the air. And then Romero can get that to Porro, and Porro can clear that down the line. We are 3 subscribers away. So only 3 subscribers from 17,500. Someone's saying Richarlison hurt his jaw on the halftime orange. I thought he had a very good first half. I like that, Alan Hogan. I like that. Hello, there's a pug coming to join us, is there? Yes, there is. Hello, mate. Come on, then. There's a ball over the top by Bodo. Porro will see that out, will he? Yes, he will. It's going to be a throw-in. Big up to AJ for subscribing. Big up to you. Really appreciate that, my friend. Thank you, everyone. You were very, very generous in that first. I think that's a record for the number of super chats I've had in a 45-minute spell. So thank you to everybody. Really appreciate that. We're now only 2 subscribers away. So Porro with the throw-in down the line, given away. And now Bodo, they're trying to play. They're trying to play. They just don't have that oomph, do they? I just don't think they're good enough. As the ball is played out wide. They're keeping possession here, Bodo, without going anywhere. Hello, Stewie. Stewie's joined us. And now it's a throw into Tottenham, and this Bodo team are offering nothing. And we've started again. George with a super sticker. Big up, George. Thank you very much. Just remember, everybody, if all 600 people put in a super sticker, we're sipping on champagne. Big up to you, George. Really appreciate you. Thank you for everything you do on my channel as well. Anyway, here is you're not missing anything. Nothing has happened. Bodo have got the ball. They're just passing it around at the back, but not making any headwind at all. Apparently, people are saying that Richarlison is on crutches. Is that true? So, again, Bodo haven't gone anywhere. About 20 passes across the back line, haven't gone anywhere. They're just keeping possession. I guess for them, we always talk about our own team, right? I guess for them, their manager will be saying, if we can get them back to ours with, I don't know, 2 goals down, there's a chance. But I can't see it. We're going to have a spell in this game where we punish them. As they've won a throw-in down by our right-back area. 5 minutes of the second half gone. Yes, Matt. Matt, yes. All good, mate. It's all banter. People take this YouTube thing way too seriously, right? Way too seriously. Here's Van der Ven flying forward, and he's knocked over. It's going to be a free kick to Tottenham. So big up to George for the super sticker. Big up to Patrick McCory. Patrick, you must be a millionaire, the amount you send super chats. Big up to you, mate. Hope you are well. Hello, wife. Big up to you. Thank you, Patrick. I wasn't calling you my wife, Patrick, just so you know. My wife did walk past. And big up to True Say, who's put in a super sticker as well. You guys are far too generous. Thank you very much, everybody. Really appreciate you. Back here in the football, we have got a free kick for Tottenham. Maddison's going to whip it in from the left-hand side, right-footed. It's gone towards the penalty spot. This time the Bodo player gets his head on it, and it's going to go out for a corner kick. And we've seen so far, they can't really cope with these. So another good opportunity for Spurs. So big up for Patrick McCory. Big up to George as well. Big up to True Say with a super sticker. And also John C13 with a super sticker. Big up to all of you. Spurs winning and loads of super stickers, super chats. So big up to you all. Thank you very, very much. It's a corner kick to Tottenham. James, it hasn't been taken yet, by the way. It hasn't been taken yet. James Maddison whips this in. The header just kind of deflected off everyone. And now the Bodo player is going to clear it, is he? Oh, he's making a mess of it, but he's actually done really well there. Now they've dinked the ball over the top. That's a good ball, actually. And now Bodo are in. No, they're not. Basuma mopped up well. I think he's had a good game, Basuma. Basuma has mopped up there. But Bodo were one pass away from being clean through on goal. We're now one sub away, by the way, from 17,500. So big up to each and every one of you. Here's Romero. Does really well. Cuts inside. Now, a really poor ball, but luckily it actually hit the Bodo player and then reached its destination. Here's Spurs on the left-hand side. Maddison gives it to Tell. We've not seen him with the ball yet. Tell whips a ball in. It's not the worst ball. It's cleared out for a corner kick. So another corner to Tottenham. I think I want a third. I want a third. So a corner kick for Tottenham Hotspur. Stanley, stop being a little shit. Sorry. Stanley. What you doing? Corner kick, whipped in. This time headed away easily to Basuma, who's about 25 yards out. Has a shot. It deflected and safely into the arms of the goalkeeper from a Bodo perspective. So Tottenham at the moment in cruise control. As the ball is played across the back by Bodo. And now the Bodo defender driving forward, plays out wide to the left. Now they've got a bit of space on this left-hand side. Sorry if you can hear any background noise, everybody. Apologies. Here is Haig for Bodo. Plays it out wide left. They're driving through, but Solanke did really well to get back. And then the ball is played to Porro in the right-back area. He plays it forward to Solanke, and that is where Solanke's not so good. Easily muscled off the ball. Bodo are keeping the ball, doing their thing, but no real penetration is coming from Bodo at all. But we need to stay alert. Thank you very much. We have just hit 17,500. I thank you all very, very much for doing that. Bodo have had 54% of the ball, but not going anywhere with it. I don't know, Seethavolve. I think we need a third. I think it's going to be a real different game. Small plastic pitch. Their players are going to be back. A third, and I think the tie is done. Third, and I think the tie is done. But big up to you. So it's a free kick to Bodo. The goalkeeper's going to take it. It's in their own half. Ball played long down the pitch. And that's easy for Romero. Heads it clear. Yeah, these guys, they just don't have killers, do they? They don't have that quality that's going to undo you. They just don't. I mean, they're keeping the ball really well here. They are keeping the ball well. They are keeping the ball well, but it doesn't really... It's like when we keep the ball well and do nothing with it in our own half. It doesn't... It's possession for possession's sake. So a bit of a slow. Chelsea are 3-0 up, as you would expect. Nicholas Jackson with the goal this time. So Chelsea are 3-0 up. Looks like Chelsea are already going to book their place in the final of the Conference League. Brennan Johnson's won the ball back well and then has gone down easily for me. The ref's given a free kick. I thought it was actually quite soft, but let's have a look. I might be harsh here. Oh, no. Yeah, was a free kick. Was a free kick. Studs went on top of his toes. No, but what I mean by this, what I mean by killers, I mean somebody who can pick the ball up in the midfield, get it, beat three men, take everyone out the game. And without Berg, just don't look like it. I'm not saying they can't score goals. We've seen them score goals, but anyway, James Madison here is going to take this free. It's still not being taken. Stanley, you shush, all right? So it's still not been taken. James Madison thinks it across over everybody. Bodo, can they clear it? By the way, it has finished at Nottingham Forest. Hang on, Spurs have got a chance here. Bentancur drills it across, blocked, shot, blocked, and then the ball hits the referee. Nottingham Forest have lost at home 2-0 to Brentford. The Champions League quest is fast fading away for Nottingham Forest. It is fast fading away. But still 4 games to go. Let me just double check that's right. Yeah, Nottingham Forest are below Chelsea City, Newcastle, Arsenal, and of course the champions Liverpool. And that win moves Brentford to within 2 points of European football. I think he's done a cracking job there. I think he's a really good coach, Thomas Frank. There's a VAR check for something going on. I don't know what it was for. I didn't see anything. Is it a penalty? Let's see what we're giving a penalty for. This will put Spurs completely out of reach. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I think he'll give it. We've seen him given. It was clumsy from the defender, wasn't it? I think it's going to be a pen. I think it was clumsy. And Tottenham, I think, here are going to have... Let's see. He's given a penalty. This is going to be crucial. A third here. Listen, it's a penalty to Tottenham. And Tottenham Hotspur have a chance to put this game and the tie to bed. It was soft, but we know penalties are soft these days. He kicked the back of his foot. I don't think he meant to, but you're going to get penalties for that. You're going to get penalties for it. Clumsy from the defender. And now Tottenham have a very, very good opportunity with James Maddison to make this 3-0. James Maddison's going to take this penalty. And Tottenham are going to almost book their place here. Tottenham are almost going to book their place if they can get this penalty. Obviously, there's still half an hour to go. The Bodo player is arguing. The Spurs players have actually done him a solid there and told him to just come back, relax. Matt, I'm just saying football in general, like back in the day, those weren't penalties. It was just get up, play on. Now everything's a penalty. Everything. It is a penalty by these laws. I just don't like the laws. Anyway, is this Solanke or Maddison? It's Dominic Solanke. Stepping up. Can he stick it away? Solanke, one touch. It's a great penalty. It's a great penalty. It's one of those penalties where he's taken the piss. He ran up, almost the stutter. The keeper went, and Solanke just rolled it into the corner. And Tottenham are going to be in the final of the Europa League. This is a very nice game for Tottenham. This should be 4 or 5-0. 4 or 5-0 should be incoming. Let me change the score. Dominic Solanke with another penalty in the Europa League for Tottenham. Sent the keeper the wrong way. And Spurs are cruising. Man U are cruising. Chelsea are cruising. The English clubs are having a field day tonight. Yeah, the keeper just went down on, he didn't even go. He didn't even dive. And yeah, good penalty. Good penalty. It's one of those. It's good when it works. But a good penalty. Tottenham are 3-0 up, and we are going to be in the final. No, Matt. No, stop doing this. I will block you. No, we're playing a very poor team. We've lost 19 league games. Stop, Matt. Stop. We're about to have our worst ever Premier League season. Stop doing this, Matt, or I will block you. I just can't stand this. I'm going to block him, Costello Spurs, if he keeps going. It's ridiculous. Do I see why we kept Ange? What, to beat a really poor team from Norway? I mean, just enjoy it, Matt, without the Ange in, Ange out thing. As I said to you, Matt, this has been a very nice run to the final. A very nice run. You told me, they'll be difficult. I told you, they won't be difficult. By the way, James Maddison is down injured. And Kulu is coming on. Kulu is coming on. So immediately matters a signal to the bench. No, MC Kelsey, you don't know the backstory. It's not their opinion. It's the constant of it. So no, you don't know the story. Stop trying to be a hero. Stop trying to be a hero. It's just boring now. Matt, enjoy the game. Let me enjoy the game without you trying to make it an Ange out thing. All right? Just stop. Just stop. It's fine. So James Maddison looks like he's going to be going off. It looks like, Maddison is limping. I don't know if that's his. Let's see what he's holding there. His right knee, maybe. Looks like his right knee. Yeah, Maddison is definitely going off. Kulu is definitely coming on. By the way, Chelsea are 4-0 up. Nicholas Jackson. Betis 2. Fiorentina 0. Anthony with the goal. So, by the way, you've not missed anything. He's still not on the pitch. He's still not on the pitch. Chelsea have conceded immediately. So Chelsea are 4-1 up away at the moment. Chelsea are 4-1 up away. The game has restarted at last. It feels like ages ago. So Tottenham 3, Bodo Glimt 0. Another one absolutely kills it, but I can't see this team doing a thing. This is a very nice tie for Tottenham, and we have taken full advantage of this. We really, really have. Bodo have made a sub at the same time. Now the Bodo goalkeeper rolls it out. And I guess for them, I don't know what they do now, really. I don't know what they do. They're not good enough. I mean, if I was their manager, I'd sit in and defend. They are not good enough to try and play against us at all. Anyway, the ball's played out the back. He's the right back, plays it down the line. Pressing well again from Tell. Bodo, nice little passage of passing, but not getting anywhere. It's going to be an all-English final, isn't it? Both English clubs are 3-0 up. When I go quiet, it means not a lot is happening. Yeah, we're going to make the Europa League final. Big up to Michael Jenner with a super sticker. Really appreciate you, Michael. You lot have been very generous tonight. And thank you for everyone who's continued to sub. Thank you, Michael. I really appreciate you. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. As Spurs stop another attack, but then the ball is played out for a throw in to Bodo. Again, I'll just err on the side of caution. Just nothing silly. Don't allow them back into this game. I don't think we will. They're very poor. Said to before the game, their away form is dreadful. And normally they get the first leg at home. This time they've got the first leg away. And I think it's going to be one step too far. I mean, when we're calling United, everyone, again, getting too carried away. People calling Man United shit. This is a Man United team that are still above us in the league. Like, I just feel like everyone should relax, take a minute, take a breather. Everyone relax. Relax. Blue, I'm not somebody that sits and grins. I don't know what people want me to do. Like, I don't know what people want me to do. It's been a comprehensive performance. It's this is exactly what I thought was going to happen. This is exactly what I thought was going to happen. Listen, we were the favourites to win this tournament. And he's got to go and win it. It's the only thing that's going to save our season. Brilliant from Basuma. Here's Solanke. And his shot is blocked by the defender. Brilliant play from Basuma again, who I think's been excellent. I think Basuma has been excellent. I knew these lot were poor. I didn't realise they were this poor, if I'm honest. But we should go on and bury this game. 22 minutes left. For me, should be putting this out of sight. Like, I mean, we're out of sight, but you know what I mean? We should be really taking this to the cleaners now. Corner comes in, header wide. Savva still Ange out. Yes, I can't keep doing this. Yes, of course I'm still Ange out. What sort of person would I be if I change my mind because we're beating a really poor Norwegian team? What are we doing here? I mean, we're saying Man United will be fearful of us. They came to White Hart Lane and they were the better team. Should have beaten us. I mean, like, you know, relax. This game, 19-2. I'll tell you what, shall I just say it now so that everyone doesn't have to keep asking? First and foremost, this night should not be about Ange in or out. Second of all, I'm not changing my mind on Ange staying because we're beating Bodo Glimt, the team I thought we'd batter. Just stop the Ange in out talk. This is one game, right? Stop the talk, please. It's getting boring. Big up to Sean P. Casey. Thank you very much, Sean. Very generous of you, my friend. Said at last you can beat a team of part-time plumbers. But this is what I mean, Sean. I'm not going to go overboard because we're beating a very poor team. Here they are, though, on the attack. They've got the ball on the right. They're into the box. They've whipped it across. Great tracking back by Basuma again. I think Basuma has been immense. I think he's been brilliant. They're in again here, though. Hang on. Oh, I'll tell you what. Spurs nearly did their obligatory give away a goal. Fiorentina have pulled one back against Betis. Good play by Kulu. Holds on to the ball. Big up, Sean. Really appreciate that, mate. Really appreciate you. Thank you very much. There's a ball over the top to Brennan Johnson. Nah, he's too weak. Too weak for that again. Too weak for that, Brennan Johnson. And Bodo can clear it. Gotta make sure nothing silly. Matt, you're pushing your luck. I'm not going to reevaluate it. I've said, stop it. Stop it, Matt. Last one. Stop. I'm not changing my mind. I don't want this manager. I don't know how many times I have to say it. Stop. Just let me, can I just enjoy tonight, please? Can I just please? Can I? Big up to each and every one of you. So Tottenham, 18 minutes away from, let's be fair, being in the final, if we're brutally honest. Here's Tell. I need to see something from him. I'll be honest, I've been very underwhelmed. I would like to see something from him. This is a very poor team. Here they come on the left-hand side. There's the ball flicked in. We've dealt with that easily. We'll deal with that easily all night. They've got nothing. One of their players is down. Yeah, I just need to see more. I don't know what he does. Is the honest answer. I don't know what he does. So Romero is having a chat with the ref about something. Romero's got his obligatory yellow card, standard. So Romero on a yellow card. I would definitely do that now, Quinny. I would get Mikey Moore or Odegaard on now and let them run. I completely agree. Yeah, but John, have you noticed tonight he's playing in his normal position, not as a number 6? When he plays in his normal position and he's a box-to-box number 8, he's very good. You get him the ball deep lying as a defensive midfielder, it's not his game. Solanke's down injured. He's getting back to his feet. I think it'll be all right. Here is Odegaard. Here is Odegaard. So I'm guessing this is going to be for Brennan Johnson. Or is he going to take Solanke off? Looks like it's Solanke coming off. Solanke going off. So I'm guessing that would mean that Matisse Tell goes into the middle. I'm guessing it will be Tell going through the middle. There's still more subs going. I haven't stopped talking because for any other reason. Hang on, the cross comes in and it's flicked away. It's going to be a corner kick to Bodo. Sorry, it all happened very quickly. Bentancur flicking the ball away. So Bodo Glimt, their fans, credit to them. They're still going mad with their flags, even at 3-0 down. Cross comes in, really poor cross, easily dealt with, really poor clearance back to their player. And then, again, I think Basuma's been absolutely brilliant. So, Tottenham 3, Bodo 0. Let's see. Odegaard and Tell, they've got 15 minutes here to run against a tired team that are losing 3-0. Another sub for Bodo. Oh, the all-English final is going to be, it's going to blow up on YouTube. It's going to blow up on YouTube, isn't it? Yeah, Cold Army. It does look like Spence is in the Ange prison, doesn't it? But so ball bobbling around in midfield, flicked forward by Kulu, given away. Absolutely not. It's Bodo Glimt. What are we not understanding? This should be a formality. I don't understand Spurs fans at all. Odegaard gives the ball away, his first contribution. But what I do like is that all our players are suddenly got that energy, getting stuck in. Sean, if this team knocked us out, it would be the most embarrassing thing in our history. They're not knocking us out. But based on what? But based on what? Are they better than him at the minute? I don't understand what that's based on. No, not for me. Here's Porro. Gives the ball to Basuma, who's been everywhere tonight. I love it when Basuma's playing box to box. I think he's a brilliant midfielder when box to box. 4, 2, 3, 1. Bentancur, Basuma as the 2. That's what I would do. Maddison as the 3rd. That's what I would do every game when fit. None of this 4-3-3 inverted crap. None of that. There's a ball down the line to Odegaard. He beats his man. He's done well. Can he deliver the ball? Oh, he's taken the shot. He should have pulled it back. Should have pulled that back. You had 2 players. Sorry, it might have been a Dogie, but you had 2 players waiting for the ball in the penalty area. He's gone for the shot. Oh. Anyway, Tell's going to take this corner. Oh, mate, aren't we all? We're all traumatized. Matt, and big up Gary speaking for all of us. Ball coming in, and the keeper saves it. Again, Morton Barley, see what we do? We go mad. Like, is this one of our best ever European nights? Well, I don't know. He's beating a really poor Norwegian team with half their team missing that can never win away games. It's not for me. Big up, Gary. You're very generous as well. Been a very generous bunch tonight, you lot. So Bodo still trying to play, but they're not good, are they? They're not going to get anything. There's a ball through to Kulu. Good position, Kulu. Oh, it was decision making there. He had time. Put your foot on the ball. Put your foot on the ball. He had time there. Look at Kulu here. He's got one in front of him and hits it straight at him. Poor decision making from Kulusevski there. Spurs, a fourth kick completely kills the tie. I still think 3 has killed the tie. Still do. I still do. So here's Pedro Porro. Whips in the corner. Deep. Headed down. One. A shot. Oh, I tell you what, that wasn't. The shot was blocked. And it went wide. So the ball was headed down off the Bodo player. Tell swiped at it. And it hit the back of the number 20 and went out for a corner kick. Corner comes in. Headed away this time. Spurs can keep it alive. Cleared again. Can Spurs keep it alive? No, we've lost out this time. But they can't get out. They can't get out and create anything. No, I don't see the. I've said since the draw we're making the final. Everyone's mocked me. You can't be so confident. I can. This is not a good team. This is a team that has good performances every now and then at home, but this is not a team where I looked at and went, "Oh, we're not going to make the final." So Bodo struggling here now. They are struggling. Even their patterns of passing seem to have gone a little bit. They're trying, but yeah, they're very good in the middle third, just passing it around amongst themselves. Here's the ball out wide to their left winger. Going to cut in. That's a good ball this time. That's a good ball. I'll tell you what, Bodo Glimt have got one back. Just like that. Bodo Glimt have got one back, and it was poor all around from Tottenham. It was really, really poor. They cut through us like a knife through butter. Let's have a look at the goal again. Sorry, I must get some water. But for them, that could be absolutely crucial. That could be absolutely crucial for them. So they played the ball out wide to the left wing. I didn't look like there was any danger. One pass took out 2 players. And then no one got anywhere near their man. No one got anyone near their man there. Really poor defending. Really, really poor that. And now I'm going to say it. Switch on. Do not go to 3-2. If this goes to 3-2, the dynamic changes completely. 3-1 I'm still comfortable with. And, by the way, was my prediction, 3-1. 4-1, we're back with a 3-goal lead. 3-2, the dynamic changes. So a big 6.5 minutes. A big 6.5 minutes here. So Spurs, concentrate. Again, nothing silly. Pick up your runners. Nothing silly. I do not want to be going there 3-2. Don't want 3-2 going into their ground. I'm not going to like. 3-1, you just need one goal away and they need 3. So, you know, we need to get that fourth for me. Or at minimum, don't concede again. So Bodo, playing with the ball about at the back. Please, do not let in a second, Spurs. Do not let in a second. Go into their plastic pitch. It is not what we want to be doing with just a 1-goal lead. The difference between a 3-1 and a 3-2 lead, this is psychologically massive. Here's Bodo. They're doing what they've done all night. They're playing about with the ball at the back. They're playing about with the ball at the back. Now they're going to push through midfield, but they're at the moment going nowhere. But I did say that for the goal. I've got no doubt Bodo can grab 2 goals against us at home, but I think we can score versus them. But I don't want to have to play that game a chance. Guys, don't let 1 goal going in make everyone start arguing in the chat. Come on. Come on. At the moment, 3-1. It's what I predicted it would be. They're running through us here, though. Really good defending that time from Odeberg. And then a free kick given away by the Bodo player just on the halfway line. Yeah, mate, that's what it is. The difference. Going there, if it ends now, I'm comfortable. If it goes 3-2, 3-2, 1 second of a game can overturn it. 3-1, a lot more work needs to go into it. So for me, as I said, minimum of a 2-goal lead. But yeah, you are right. We just don't do clean sheets. Can I tell you what? Alfred, that's why my prediction was 3-1 and not 3-0. We do not keep clean sheets. However, all of this aside, a fourth goal for me kills it again. So it's a big last 3 or 4 minutes plus injury time. And thank God for the penalty. Big up to you, Alfred. By the way, don't stop subscribing, people. Let's keep subscribing if you haven't already. Let's start working our way towards 18,000. So Bodo just, again, at the moment, they're just passing it around. Our press intensity has gone. Now they've gone long. But Romero does well to bring that down. There's a ball played over the top. I think that's a Dogi who's got him behind. And here's a Dogi. Put it back. The ball's now gone back to Odeberg. Odeberg sprays a ball wide to Porro. Really good ball. Porro just got it caught underneath his feet. And then it's a corner. Porro just got it caught underneath his feet, which meant he had to change what he wanted to do. Whipped in the cross. The keeper caught it, but didn't quite keep it in. Let's have a look here. Oh, it's come off the defender. And it's a corner kick. I don't know if it did go out, but it's a corner kick nonetheless. Big few minutes here. Big few minutes. A fourth kills the tie. A second for them. Big 2 minutes, people. Big 2 minutes. Here's Pedro Porro. Corner kick. Whipped in. Headed clear. And now all of a sudden, Bodo have just got that bit of energy when pressing. Just got that bit of energy. just really poor for the defending for the goal. None of the centre backs were touched tight to anybody. The fullback, like, it just felt a bit. It felt a bit amateurish, you know. Chelsea have won 4-1. Their game is over. Their game is over. As there's a throw into Bodo down on the right-hand side. Please do not let this second go in. How many minutes do you reckon, people? How many minutes of injury time are we all going for? How many minutes? Bodo, have the ball on the left. Spurs have most of the bodies back now, but Bodo have messed it up, and now Spurs have a throw on. Again, just keep it. Just use these for the last few minutes. Don't give away a second silly goal. That's all I ask. Please don't give away a second silly goal. Here's Macario, clears the ball. And then Spurs give it away. I think that was Tell or Odeber. The camera's so far away. Bodo has still got the ball. Brilliant tracking back there by somebody. And then given away terribly. And then given away by Kulu. Spurs are doing their best to be Spursy here in the last 10 minutes, aren't we? 5 minutes of injury time. Ball whipped in. Got over everyone. And no one's gone with him. The Bodo players kept it in. Now the ball's dinked across. Headed clear. Spurs are doing what Spurs do. Ball comes in, and this time Vicario claims it. This time Vicario claims it. Yeah, the deflection was unlucky, but no one's marking. Like, you shouldn't be able to get a shot away like that in the box, Alex, should you, mate? Like, you shouldn't. So 3-1 leaves it very interesting. Still 4 minutes to go. The ball is at the feet of the Bodo Glimt goalkeeper. Isn't it mad how that one goal seems to have taken the gloss away for a lot of people? This game has gone exactly how I thought it would be. Don't want to blow my own trumpet, but this is what I said. I thought it would be 3-1 because we can't keep a clean sheet. By the way, Man United have won 3-0. Man United are 3-0 up, going to Old Trafford for a place in the final. There's a ball, dinked down the line, cleared by Bodo. Kulu, for me, does not look fit in any way, shape or form. Bodo Glimt now running through. Really important tackle from Bentancur. Him and Basuma look so much better when they do this double pivot. They do. Is 2 going to be enough? That's the big question. It's going to be a very different game there. Very different. Going to be very different. But then again, you go there, we score early. All over. Big up Foxy. The game, Spurs for the first 75 minutes. All over them, dominating. And then we let in a Spursy type goal. I think that would be a fair way to assess it. Here's Romero. Gives the ball to Pedro Porro. Nothing silly. We've got 2 minutes. Just see the clock down. Yes. Yes, he has, Matt. Stop. He has been able to do this all season. Basuma and Bentancur have been available all season to do this. Yes. Here's Brennan Johnson. Can Spurs grab a fourth? Good ball into Kulu. He's too slow, isn't he, Kulu? He's won the corner, but he's too slow. It's the difference for me why I've always said he won't be a top footballer. Everyone can have a go at me. I think technically he's very good, but he's too slow. Too slow. Really, really slow for me. Corner kick to Tottenham. We got 90 seconds. Yeah, this lie that he hasn't been able to play this double pivot all season. Why? Why hasn't he been able to do it? Fiorentina have lost 2-1 at Betis. Corner kick, Porro whips it in, headed clear. Tottenham come again, though. No, the referee has given a free kick. I almost get the feeling that Bodo will take this. I don't know if anyone agrees, but they don't seem in a rush. They don't seem in a rush. They seem like they're almost, I don't want to say happy with a 3-1, but almost content. That goal at the end there has completely changed the dynamics. And I'll tell you what, bang on. The moment Maddison goes off, I think we look worse. No, Omo, I don't. Not now. I mean, it's a nice lead, but Bodo are very good at home. For me, the 3-0 was significant. Anyway, here's Spurs. They've got 10 seconds. Here's Adogi. Gives it to Odeber. He pulls it back to Kulu. Kulu's turns, shoots, and it's gone wide. And I think the ref's going to blow the whistle on that. I think he's going to blow the whistle. His span looked like it could have been, and it's gone wide. The game is over, and Tottenham Hotspur have won 3-1. You can call me Nostradamus if you like. All these people who tell me I'm negative got the score right. Again, 3-1 to Tottenham Hotspur, and it's all set up for a very interesting second leg that Tottenham are in control of. Tottenham are in control of it, but that goal at the end just makes it a little bit interesting for me. Just makes it a little bit interesting because Bodo are going to be a different team at home with their better players back. Do I still fancy Spurs to get to the final? Yes, but it just makes it interesting. 3-0 for me is a huge mountain. A 2-0 lead, it's big, but it's not as big. So let me know in the chat, 5-word answer. We always play this game. 5-word answers. 3-1 to Tottenham Hotspur. It was all flying. Listen, I'll be honest, I'm really disappointed that goal went in. I think 3-1's a decent result against a very, very poor, weakened team. But the key thing is we are going there with a 2-goal lead. Now, as I said just now, can you bear with me 1 second? As I said just now, games of football are always on a knife edge, aren't they? Games of football are always on a knife edge. Bodo could score in the first minute and suddenly we're all going, oh my God, they're only 1 goal down. Spurs could score in the first minute away in Norway and suddenly we're going, oh my God, we're 4-1 up. This is what 1 goal either way does so quickly. I'm not telling you anything you don't need. Matt, I've warned you. You're going in. Matt's gone in timeout. He didn't listen, did he? I've not banned him. I've just stuck him in a timeout. I'm getting so bored of these bloody comments. Just so bored. Phil, that goal changed it, didn't it? That last goal changed it. Would you have been convinced at 3-0? Because for me, that goal changed everything. Now, I'm still not saying we won't go through, but that goal changed everything. Danny, how you doing, man?
Yeah, all right. Not so happy with that second half, I'm going to be totally honest. I think we've just made our job significantly harder than some might see. I'm not saying we're going to go out there and get destroyed, but what is it? Something like their past 4 or 5 games that they've played every team, they've won by at least 2 goals.
Well, let's have a look. So this
Something
is
like
Bodo Glimt results. Here we go. Bodo Glimt Europa League. Look, by the way, I still make us favourites as it stands. By the way.
I agree. But I think just by that 1 goal, I just think that's made it significantly harder for us and give them a bit of confidence.
Oh, mate, for sure. Let's have a look at Bodo's games at home. So this year at home, they've beaten Porto 3-2. They've beaten Besiktas 2-1. Maccabi Tel Aviv 3-1. They've beaten FC 25-2. They've beaten Olympiacos 3-0 and
3-1.
Lazio 2-0. So they've got, as I said before the game, Dan, you see what I said? I'm not worried about them here.
No.
I'm worried about them there. And
we've done better than what I thought we would at home. And that's just blatantly down to me just having no faith in the players or the manager. And if anyone wants to blame me for that, go for it. I don't know what gives you faith, but he hasn't, considering the amount we've lost in that. But first half, respectful. Like I said, so far, so good. Second half, all of a sudden, Maddison's come off. Romero, blatantly, for me, has just shown again why he's an overrated player and why he's not world class. Why the hell did he have to go and get that yellow card? Shut up, sit down, walk away. No, he's got to run his mouth off, hasn't he? Or big it up or whatever, or do a tackle on that. Again, to me, that just proved why I don't rate him as a world-class player. Stupid thing he went and done getting that yellow card. Okay, it's only a yellow card to some people. But I just think, again, for me, it just shows just why he's too erratic to be called world-class. As soon as Maddison come off, something changed
everything.
It was like there was no, I won't say passion, but there was no in the
drive.
passing forward, there was no organization. Is that the right way to put it? Yeah. But
I agree.
Okay. We done all right. We got a 3-1 win. Better than what I would have thought. But with the way we played in the first half and the 25 minutes of the second half, we should have covered that 4-0. And we done a very Spursy thing, letting a very stupid goal, which we do all bloody season. And now we've given them that little bit to fight for. And when we go to their ground, this is not going to be easy. It is not going to be the same game as this. They're going to have about 3 or 4 players back. They're going to be playing on their turf. And there's going to be a lot of other things. To me, it's just turned it now into a very interesting second leg. 3-0, I think we had that. But 2-0, game ain't over.
And I think that's the key thing, Corey, isn't it? Is the goal. It's mad, isn't it? At 3-0, I think we're all sitting there going, well, we're in a final. That one goal, it's the hope that it gives them, because they score in the first 5-10 minutes. Suddenly, this is a very, very tough game, and Spurs have gone from 3-0 up to 3-2. So do you think 3-1 is enough to take to Bodo? Plastic pitch, all their players are going to be back, by the way. They're better players. What do you think?
I think it's going to be a tough match. At 3-0, I was thinking, yeah, okay, now don't do anything fucking stupid, please. We got the soft penalty. It was a soft penalty, sorry.
I think they are. In 2025, penalties are tough, but it was a penalty. But
yeah. But still, just from our day, whatever, and that, you look at that and you just think, get up, you pussy, what you doing, basically.
Get up. But,
yeah.
But it is what it is. It was a penalty in modern day rules.
Yes, we've given away a pretty, as we always do, Spursy frigging goal. As always, can't keep a clean sheet, can't seem to just keep it out of or away from Vicario's net. Romero, again, stupid yellow card for no reason. I agree with Dan here. He's not world class. He sits below the level of world class. The only reason why he's a World Cup winner is because he had 10 other blokes around him that were better than him. I'm sorry, but Romero isn't world class.
Well, look. I'll tell you what. Let's do, boys. And by the way, I'm only going to go for 12 minutes. Then I'm actually going to record my own video. I've got a video coming out of a few other people as well. So, look, let's look at the positives. I mean, but for 70, 75 minutes, it was very comfortable. You know, we looked like we could open them up. I thought we were much better first half. I thought that front three lost its dynamic when Richarlison went off and Tell came on. Then I thought it lost even more dynamic when Odegaard went on. It just didn't quite work. But all in all, for 75 minutes, I thought we were very, very comfortable against them. But I don't know. That's just me. Comfortable, Dan, in that game?
I'll give you the word what I think I saw there personally in the last 25 minutes. In the last 20 minutes, I'd even say, because they started rattling it a little bit. Complacency. That is what I think I saw there in the last 20 minutes. Yeah, job done. 3-0, sweet. Here we go. Next thing you know, silly tackles, silly mistakes, silly yellow cards, Spursy as anything. Next thing you know, they got a goal. Okay, fine. I'm still happy to go there with 2 goals more than 1 goal, whatever. But we now have a game on our hand when we could have finished that there and then with just playing a bit more sensible football instead of turning Spursy again like we did in the last 20 minutes, I'd say.
Yeah.
What gets me is
complacency.
We score the third, and we just seem to sit back. I know teams do this at 3-0, but if you're 3-0 up, keep going, keep attacking, keep drilling, keep trying to find a fourth, trying to find a fifth. If you really want to put this game to bed, so you don't have
that's
to
where
have
the goal came from, Corridor. I don't think that's where the look. I think at 3-0, you don't have to keep going for the 4th or 5th, but at 3-0, manage the game. Just manage the game.
But try and get more goals. If we're going to really try and put this to bed tonight, go for the goal. Keep going.
You always go for goals when you got the chance, but when you are 3-0 up and you've got 15 minutes left, shut up shop. What's the point? If they're going to come at you, then you just keep your one man forward for the long ball forward for the counter attack if they've got to fly at you. For me, it's as simple as that. 3-0 up. Okay, done, dusted. More than what we thought we'd get. 3-0, sweet. Right, shut up shop. And they wouldn't have broke us down, I don't think, because they were just not good enough at the front until we blatantly let them in and couldn't even get in front of it. I would have shut up shop at 3-0, keep the and just gone long ball if we get a chance, basically.
Yeah,
I think the key thing is for me is I think it's just concentration. We're saying at 3-0, you've got the penalty. So I didn't think, other than that, I didn't think we really looked like scoring in that second half. Somebody will jog my memory, but I don't really remember doing a lot second half in terms of their keeper having to make saves and stuff. But it's just about concentration for me. You've got 15 minutes to go. You're 3-0 up. Yeah, try and find that balance between defending but finding a fourth. And it was just for me that there was no marking. Like they worked that ball into our box as though we weren't in a semi-final. And that is what we've got to guard against, because I can tell you this, guys, in Norway, they're going to work the ball into our box a hell of a lot more than they did tonight. In Norway, they're going to be differently set up, differently drilled, better players back, smaller pitch, plastic pitch. So for me, good result tonight. I'm not taking away from that. Really good result tonight. But that one goal just opens the door. And for me, it could have been so easily avoided. That's the only shame on tonight for me.
It was complacent. Simple as that. It was complacent. They basically thought the job was done at 75 minutes when it wasn't. And we just done a Spursy thing, let in a stupid goal, stupid moments and that. And that's where you just get frustrated in the aspect of, okay, we won 3-1. But we are playing Bodo bloody Glimt, who you don't underestimate. I always get that. But we should be easily beating 3-0 at home, by the way, when they got 3 or 4 players missing. Even though I said 1-1, because I just have no faith in the team or manager. And for me, we've just made it harder for ourselves. Do I think we'll go through now with 3-1? Yeah, I think we can go there and do it with the 2 goals. But we've just made it significantly hard. If all of a sudden they go in the score in the first 5 minutes, like a lot of clubs do against us, or they just go in hell for leather like they did with Lazio and other people and that, we could be in a bit more trouble than people realise. That's all I'm trying to put across is basically the job ain't done now. The job ain't done.
Yeah, I think that's the difference. 50%. I think at 3-0, I'm ready to wave. I'm ready. At 3-0, I'm ready to talk about Bilbao. At 3-1, it's just the door opening for them. And listen, it now poses a very interesting question of what do Tottenham do away? Do Tottenham go for goals? How are we going to cope on a plastic pitch? Romero, I think, must be one booking away from missing the final, if I'm not wrong. Is that true?
I think that's right. I think I heard them say something along those lines. Like, why did he have to get that? He could miss a final or something. One of them said. I didn't hear it properly, but I did. Yeah.
So next game, you take him out.
I think it's the Spurs in us and the hurt over the years that doesn't allow us to say 3-1 up. Yeah, we're going through. And it's almost like that 1-0 up against Liverpool and people going, this is our year and we're going to win the League Cup. And you're like, no. We've seen this too many times. But look, I still make us favourites. Mm-hmm. If there's anything about us, we should go to Norway and do enough. We should go to Norway and do enough, guys. We should come out of that. In a Europa League final against Man United, who, by the way, I think everyone thinks that would be a walkover. I don't think it would be at all.
No, not at all.
They don't lose many games of football. That's the problem. So I don't know, guys. It's a good night, but only half the job done and a little bit of shine taken off it from that goal going in.
No, I'll agree. I mean, first half perfectly fine. We said second half just keep it ticking. Apart from that goal, I don't think we looked. Apart from the penalty, I don't think we looked threatening really in any way. But I don't think we needed to go at them basically. But we've basically let them back into a game which we could have gone there with a 3-0 lead and held very steady, even if they come at us and do us 2-0 basically. I just think we've let them back into the game. I'm not saying we'll go there and lose. I don't think we will after that overall sort of thing. But we've just let them back into the game is the way I see it.
Giving them that sort of small glimmer of hope, hasn't it? Just that little taste, just that little bit of taste of blood in there, and the taste, it's just giving them that hope. And they have a very weird record of knocking teams out at their ground. That's something I do worry about. That's something I do worry about. I mean, they turned up at Lazio, didn't they? Lazio are no mugs. Former European champions, they're no mugs.
Well, it's the scoreline they lost to Lazio at Lazio, right? They lost 3-1 at Lazio, but beat them 2-0
2-0 at home, and then done on penalties, wasn't it?
As we just said, at home, when you look at who they've beaten, they've beaten Olympiacos, beaten 20 comfortably, beaten Tel Aviv, Besiktas, Porto. They've beaten some good teams, but normally, as I always say, those games normally are the first leg. So it's going to be interesting to see, A, what we do, and B, what's their approach going to be. I'm guessing they're going to have to come out all guns blazing because they need the 2 goals. But then it's what do we do? Because that 2-0 lead, 3-1, but the 2-goal lead is the most dangerous score in football.
That is my opinion. I agree. It is, because 2 goals can make you overconfident and complacent. 1 goal, I find it usually keeps you with, looking over your shoulder sort of thing. But again, that's just opinion. Sometimes I think, obviously, you want to be more goals up than not. But like I said, at half time, sometimes I think being 2-0 up in a game is worse than being 1-0 up in a game.
Yeah,
and I think we've proved it a few times as well. It's a very shaky one for me, that one. I know anyone would say, wouldn't you rather be 2 goals? Yes. But I do see in a lot of games of football, not just Spurs, 2-0 can actually be, it can make you a bit complacent, is what I'm saying. Yes. Yeah, cool. Whereas 1-0 keeps you a bit sharper at times. But yeah, cool. I'd have rather gone there with 3 goals and I think the job would have been done. Now it's 3-1.
I agree.
I think we'll still go there and do it.
If Tottenham score in the first 5 minutes, you're back to the 3-goal lead, and all of this is irrelevant. And
exactly,
you'd like to think we're not going to then concede 3 more. Listen, I think I don't quite know what this person's saying. I literally called it 3-1. The difference between me and other people, Power Chord, is I don't let myself get carried away. Having supported Spurs for 40 odd years, I know not to get carried away. The same way the Arsenal fans got carried away of beating Madrid. Yeah, PSG aren't as good as Madrid. We're going to do... Just take it in. I don't know why everyone needs everybody to be, we won. We won. We're in control. I've said I think we're going to go through. I'm just saying it makes it interesting. I've no idea what else we have to say. Just people should relax and we'll see what happens next week. Yeah? There's nothing wrong with saying that. From my point of view, nothing wrong with saying
I agree.
That.
True. I agree. I just feel it's just, especially with this Spurs lot, it's either so far left or so far right or so far up or so far down. There's no in between in it. I find a lot of the time with some people, I don't even find common sense. Sometimes you've got to look at it realistically. And yeah, we won that 3-1, but we just blatantly let them back into the game at their place. And if someone don't see that we've just given them a bit of hope, where with their 4 best players missing at our place, and they easily walked that goal through us, by the way, where no one could even get in front of it properly until the ball was actually kicked. it gives him that bit of, okay, now we got our 4 men back. We're at home. Let's see what we can do. We've done it with Lazio. We've done it with Roma. We've done it with Porto. We've done it with AZ and whatever. Let's see what we can do. For me, we've just let them back into the game. But I still think we can go there and get the win.
Absolutely. Any last words, guys? I am going to stop it there because I've got some videos to record.
That's it.
Look, I'll end it by saying this. A good win. Tie's not over. We've got to go there and be professional next week. And as a football fan, I've learned, don't ever count your chickens too soon. Guys, thank you. I really appreciate everyone. Big up to a user. I want to say a massive thank you to all of you lot tonight. The super chats went absolutely mental in that first half. Big up to a user who said, heated up the room well, but left the window open. Yeah, great way, great analogy.
Mm-hmm.
We got it nice and cozy and then went, go on, have a little bit of air. But big up to you, a user. Thank you to everyone. Thank you for everybody who's subscribed. Please subscribe to Danny at the Hotspur Hood as well. Really appreciate that. We go. We'll see this week. Madison went off injured. Solanke went injured. We'll see what happens, guys. Until then, thank you very much. I've got some videos to record. My voice is going. Big up to Destiny 5 with a super sticker. Much love to you as always, brother. Thank you. Take care. And Spurs, over to you. Over to you. Take care, everyone.
Still up.